and let me find which of 7 Word documents I need to actually. I'm only on 3, so there's that. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Krieg Dominion. I'm Omar Krieg, your Lord and Commander of the Krieg Dominion, and your host for this. That's actually, no, that is the right notes. I don't know what I was thinking. This is our 13th episode of Beyond the Frontier, an Alien RPG campaign. This is entitled To Go My Own Dark Way. I'm joined by Rodance, Luke, and Kane, who has decided he no longer wants to share his ugly face, thankfully. Thank you for making that decision for us, Kane. We really appreciate you taking one for the team and just removing all visual representation of what you look like from the universe.
For the audience's sake, I was told that I was going to be kicked off the show if I turned my camera back on.
He gives and gets as well. None of that stuff actually happened. I don't know what's going on with this camera, and I didn't bother to ask him. I figured we'd just roll with it. Because if he wanted to turn it on, it would probably be on. But it has been a couple of weeks since last we spoke with each other. So let's take a quick moment to go around the horn, as they say, and see what's new and exciting. Rodance, as you put the Pringle in your mouth, I'm calling on you first. Deal with it.
It's always you first.
Tonight. I'm sorry.
It's Luke, always you first, and you know that you're always first.
I'm always... Oh, Rodance. Yeah.
It's always me first. I know this, and it doesn't mean I'm still going to sit here and eat while he talks.
I mean, what else are you going to do? It's not like you're going to listen to me. Nobody listens to me.
Oh, we listen to you, and I've been silently judging about you threatening your poor cat with a spray bottle because it meows. Because it's a cat.
You know, the way you say it makes it sound like I'm a horrible, horrible cat dad.
Poor Omar has yet to learn that he has an energetic, bored cat that needs another couple of cat toys. You'll figure it out eventually.
Oh, he's got plenty of shit to chew on and whatnot. Not chew on. He doesn't actually chew on anything. No.
Yeah, Shadow. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out how do I turn my background blur off again. It's because I have to show you something now.
It's under your video. Zoom.
Background and effects?
Yep.
None.
There you go.
Here we go. Go away.
Hey, why did you turn my on?
That was actually well timed. Good job.
The reason why.
Oh, is he grumpy or is he sad? I can't tell.
Hey, Shadow.
Oh, no, he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, he's great.
He's just got a face.
See, please note the not quacking or not meowing. She's just sitting here doing cat things. Was looking out the window until I talked to her.
Mine has desisted for the moment.
Does it purr like a duck?
A little bit.
How does a duck purr, I wonder?
Oh, my cat quacks, like legit quacks. So.
Oh, when she meows?
And she can meow too, but sometimes she does things that are weird. She's a very odd little cat.
Well, I think I just feel cats are weird in general. They all have their, and when I use this word, it's not loosely at all, eccentricities.
They're very, very catness. It's all a bit catness. She's over here humming. Like, I literally hold my mic up to you so you can quack for them, cat. And what does she do? Quack as soon as I put my earbud back in.
Of course, because I didn't hear the animal do anything.
Yeah, she is a very stubborn little cat.
Well, cats they don't like to perform on command. They perform at their leisure.
Yeah, the other one is sitting and drinking out of the water fountain.
I have a cat too.
You did mention something about a cat earlier. I have one. He's around here somewhere. He was out here a minute ago.
They both really, really enjoy the water fountain.
Mine?
Yeah, that's been my life lately.
Mine has, so, quick story about water fountains. I had one for him. It was not a good water fountain. I got rid of it. I ordered a new one. But it was going to take something like 2+ weeks for that new one to show up. So in between, my cat still needed water. I wasn't going to leave it in a bowl for him. So when I leave for work in the morning, I just turn the sink on. Like really low volume or whatever. But I leave the sink on. But after a while, he got really used to my bathroom sink water. My bathroom. And so now he will know if I'm heading to the back of the apartment, he will just book it when he wants water. Because he knows as soon as I get in there, and he'll be sitting at the sink waiting for me too. And I'm at this point, I'm just like, you know what? I've tried to get you to not drink this water. I don't have the patience to stick it through anymore. Fuck it, it's water. I don't care. As long as you're drinking water, I'm okay. You're okay. And I'm okay that you're okay. It's not like this is some bad thing for the cat, you know? It's annoying because I leave my bathroom sink water on all night, but I'm not having pee dreams, so I'm good. Anyways. Luke, what's new and potentially exciting even for you?
I got a puppy, and the puppy is great.
Where's Puppy now?
But
I want to see Puppy.
I will go get him in a minute. He is energetic and destructive, much like real puppies.
Yes, like real puppies, like
And,
yours is fake or something.
No, he is a totally legitimately real puppy that exists.
The puppy just goes to another school, okay?
Yeah. I'll go get him. I'll go get him when he comes back.
Okay, when he comes back.
when he's here. Yeah, we called him George, and he's
Great
doing
dog
great.
name. I don't know why. What is it with dog names always being something simple, but then cats get Mr. Cantankerous Wizard the Third.
I wanted something that was at least 2 syllables, and we wanted something that we wouldn't say all the time. So we went through like Floof and Fluffy and Cloud and a bunch of other like dumb dog names, and then I was like, just let's get something normal, and they're like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I think we got Teddy once, and I was like, Teddy Roosevelt, and they're like, no, like a bear. I'm like, but he's not a teddy bear. Other than that, exam week did pretty good, so I get to continue existing in college. Um, and Yeah, Battlefield 6 came out, so I mean, I've been doing that for a while.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing that's been happening. I
Yeah.
personally, and I've got nothing bad to say about Battlefield, any of it, but the whole franchise is not something I would jump into. It's not my
Um,
cup of tea.
it's a bit chaotic. I think it's better than Call of Duty.
Did they upgrade the matchmaking out of that godforsaken browser BS they tried for a while there?
Oh, of course they did. It's
Oh, thank
like
God.
actually it's matched, which is terrible because my friends who play are like godlike at this game, and then I just jump in and I'm like, I'm a little kid. I'm
Oh,
just
where's
running
Luke? Oh, he died
around
like 7 minutes ago, man.
a bunch of times, but it's hilarious. It's awful, but like the skill based matchmaking is good now. If you're not matching with a bunch of people who are like way above your own punching bag.
Nothing. Nobody like
But
joined
they
trying
did
to.
have but yeah, they did have that Windows-based thing where like you would just like, hey, I want to play a multiplayer game, and then they would just like open a bunch of servers, and you'd be like, uh, this one, and then it'd just be like a weird surfing game, and you'd be like, I thought I was playing Battlefield. But it's better than Call of Duty, arguably, and um, I really don't have anything better to say about it, and my friends play it, so
I mean, yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and knock the game because I don't know enough about it to knock it. I just
yeah.
it's not in my wheelhouse because it's not a game I would normally be interested in.
Yeah, I don't have the
That said, I
reflexes
know
to
there's
play
plenty of
it,
people,
but
including some of my kids, that enjoy the game. So
yeah, yeah,
after it,
and I don't have the reflexes to play it like well or
Yep.
competitively, but
It's where
I
kids learn to
mean,
cuss nowadays, now that no one goes outside.
yeah.
Kane, what is new, possibly even exciting for you of late? I know you have decided, for whatever reason, to not show your face, but let us be soothed by the sultry tones of your voice.
Well,
And cue the ASMR.
I have started my own stream.
You have. I forgot
Mm.
about that.
I have a friend who's very eccentric and is probably wants me to succeed at life more than my parents do. And
It's, to be clear for the viewers, it's not me.
no, definitely not him.
I want him to fail at everything he ever tries to do.
Apparently, it's that it's that we call each other in the regular to be like, hey, did you die this week? No, hell yeah, type bond. And so yeah, I told him that I was going to start running a game, and he was like, I'd like to be in it. So I said, sure, come on, join the game. And they said, hey, you should stream this. Just do it. Okay, I don't know how to. I do. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna tell you everything. I'm gonna give you art assets. I'm gonna give you plugins. We're gonna sit on a call for 2 hours and unfuck your OBS so I can do fun, cool shit like the little dancing chibis when you talk.
Oh, the little light up things on your stream? Yeah.
Yeah, he did the art for all of those.
Oh, nice.
They put it all together, and the party's fun. The game is fun so far. So I guess I'm streaming now.
Welcome to
For however much that matters or doesn't.
Congratulations.
Yes, you've now joined the ranks of every other depressed streamer.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
I don't. He's trying real hard. He's like, hey, buddy, we got to get you on like 4 more streams a week. Get all these games going. I'll get you players. These will happen. I'm like, chill your roll, dude. I don't want to tell that many stories at once right now.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
are you
it's
running?
Plus, I'd have to quit like half the games I'm in.
yeah, that's the
I
thing
have to
is
use-
it's
I
definitely
have to
time
use a
intensive.
whiteboard. I have to
Yeah,
use a whiteboard to keep track of all the shit I'm in right now. So
Like,
don't
what
know about
game
that.
is he? Are you streaming that he's like this obsessed over?
it's not the game.
I think it's
me
just his
streaming.
personality. That's what it
Yeah,
sounds like.
he's for the time period that he decided to get out and get into the workforce, his personality was a perfect match, and he has done quite well for himself. So now, instead of being that guy who's like, well, I've succeeded, so now I'm going to be with all my succeeding people, he is the super loyal type. So now he's reaching behind himself and going, what do I have to do to give what I have to you? I will do what it takes. Well, let's fucking roll. And I appreciate having somebody like that in my life, because I sure as fuck not the one doing it. But
That's awesome that you have that. But I also I get it when you on your own end you're like, yes. However, I'm not sure if I'm ready to commit to that level of whatever that might be.
I just don't want to hit that point where like my mental damage slows me down enough, it pisses him off, I can't keep up, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So-
I've dealt with you for a couple years now, so I think you'll be okay.
So yeah, that's my thing. I don't even know. You got me on that one. I've got no comeback for that.
I win! Victory is mine!
Yeah, I've got.
I'm pretty
I've got my
sure
champion
Omar
in the
doesn't
corner.
realize he's actually dragging himself down, not pulling himself up by pushing you down.
Oh, I don't
So
mind.
we'll just let him have that win for
I'll
now.
let this
we
whole
will gladly-
world burn.
We will gladly hold each other underwater, knowing we're both gonna drown.
Yeah. That's how much victory means to us. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to win, including myself. That's not true at all, but
Yeah. I've got a stream going, and I might, if I get another one going, I guess I'll mention it.
So, where can people find you? Because I'm assuming it's twitch.tv/Kane DeMail.
It is.
There you go. Viewers, if you want to check out a separate Alien RPG campaign, not at all like my own, ran by one of my players, by all means, please enjoy it. Kane, not for nothing, all the shit we give Kane and all the shit we give each other, Kane is actually quite knowledgeable in the Alien RPG rules set and has actually helped me out many times, many ways with this game, this series. So I actually have been meaning to follow up and pay attention to his streams. Unfortunately, the timing has not been fortuitous for that because of various things that I'm doing. But I definitely want to extend whatever support I can for Kane. So go follow him and like him and watch his stuff. It's cool. And that's George. Hello, George. I don't know if you're muted or not, but
No, I'm not muted.
George is just very quiet.
yeah, he's just very quiet.
Yeah, he's not a he's a barker if you're not paying attention to him, but now we're paying attention to him, so he's just like, oh.
He's just happy. He's happy.
Yeah.
I'm being
Yeah.
petted. All right. Previously on Beyond the Frontier, we're not going to do that this time. We're going to start with a cold open. Ship floating through space, heading to a colony world somewhere in the back end of absolute nowhere. Or, the Far Spinward Colonies, or whatever we're calling it. We are on approach to the Dylan colony. The crew of the Solovetsky Islands are waking up. Rodance, first roll of the night. You know what I need. Actually, I don't even remember what you have to roll. Is it empathy?
Yep.
I'm not sure if I like the way Rodance is sitting there looking at her screen.
Well, I just am very sad because I literally wrote it on my character sheet for you.
What's that?
Oh.
He doesn't read anything we send him. You should know better.
Oh.
He
Did you
doesn't even have to send it. He just has to open my character sheet.
That requires
Yes.
you know how difficult that is?
Yeah, it hurt to actually do all that just now, just so you know. So I endured a small bit of pain in order to see what you had written for me. Yes, listen, I don't remember everything. And sometimes I even forget that people have left notes for me to read. At any rate, you whirled a success, so you are played well with others today, but only for today, probably. I will give you guys a moment to figure out what you want to do as you first wake up and come to, and if you feel like interacting with anybody.
So we're heading towards the Dylan planet, are we?
The Dylan colony, yes.
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
Nobody likes Dylan. Let
Pushes
me.
too many pencils.
What?
He pushes too many pencils.
I feel like I should know this reference, but I just don't get it.
The CIA got you pushing too many pencils?
Ah, yes. Yes. Well
Isn't his
done.
character's name Dylan?
It was. It was Dylan. Dylan, you son of a bitch. Oh, man, I should have caught that myself, but I totally did not. I have not actually had a good Arnold Schwarzenegger movie watch through in quite a while.
Yeah, I haven't watched a good 80s action flick in a long time.
Yeah, it's
Watched
some of them,
Predator
honestly,
last
some of them
night.
are kind of hard to
Recommend
watch
it.
at this
Oh.
point.
Well, I mean, the suspension of disbelief, right?
Yes, that's unfortunately my brain has a hard time with that. All right, in the Discord channel, I just dropped a handout that I may or may not have shared previously regarding the Dylan colony stats for it. You are about 1 day out from Dylan as far as your ship on approach and to enter orbit and all that. So the time is yours to do as you like. I have one thing that I have planned or would like to do, but I want you guys to have a moment to wake up and do whatever it is you guys do when you first wake up in the morning or waking up from cryo sleep. So, who's up? What are you guys doing?
They built their they built a colony where there's sinkholes.
Sinkholes.
Surprise!
Yeah.
You're not part of the planet.
Yep. Oh, she's mad that I pulled some of the loose fur off of her face.
Oh,
Oh,
She gave me a
no.
loud
Kitty.
snork.
Poor
Well, I
kitty.
mean, when I pulled entire little clumpies off because she managed to shove her face into something dirty, and then now I keep getting more clumpies. It's what you get for not washing your face after playing cat. But in any case, my character would continue on her mission of hacking people's records.
Okay. Anybody in particular? And what sort of records would you
No,
like to
she is
adulterate?
just working on. She literally is collecting everyone's. So a couple sessions ago, she had picked up a few, and now she's collecting a few more.
Okay.
She wants everyone's information.
Okay.
Mm.
Go ahead and give me your comms tech roll. I'm going to give you a -1 penalty, which may not seem
Oh,
like a lot, but Mother has flagged you, in case you didn't already know.
so
Yeah.
I have already hacked Nina, Finn, and Dudge,
And Pike,
and
because you
Pike, of
rebuilt
course.
his file.
Yeah.
Mm.
Added some bullshit about it being a supply clerk, if I'm not mistaken.
Already hacked Nina, Finn, and Dudge, and Pike. Okay, and you said a -1 penalty?
Yeah, just a -1. I'm Oh, actually, no, don't do that. Just do your regular comms tech, whatever modifiers you have. Uh,
I know what
And
you're
then a
about to
counter.
say, and the answer is I'm not taking them out of the inventory because I don't know how to get them back if I do.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm just referencing the last time you tried to have me do an adjustment.
This is going to be a opposed roll. I just got to find the right NPC.
Multi-push is not my friend.
No, it is not,
Not
because
my friend.
you did keep your shit
Not
together,
my
though.
friend.
Okay, hold on a second. I know I
Okay.
had.
I'm a little mad. I only have 2 successes.
I'm pretty sure I had Daniel and Marty as characters. Oh, there they are. I don't know why they're not listed as part of the crew.
They might not be on yours sheet, but they are on mine.
Well, they aren't in the crew folder, so that's why I was a little confused.
Daniel and Marty.
Yes, you're working
The
Joe
2 working
androids.
Joes.
Oh yeah, they're not in my sheet.
I mean, I wouldn't list a chair as being part of the crew roster.
You know, that's funny, but also shush. They're
I
not just
mean-
chairs. Oh wow. Okay. Also, that was too many dice, but whatever. I can't math. Apparently, neither can the stupid working Joes.
Well, I got 2 successes.
Did you get total? You did get a total of 2. So yeah, you have 2. What would you like? Anything in particular you're looking for?
I want Davor Koblenz
Okay.
and Lakotas today.
Well, your 1 success automatically will grant those. You have access to those particular files. You've hacked the system. You've hacked the planet to get those. Your additional success. What would you like?
Covering my tracks this time.
Okay. Well, that's probably why Mother didn't actually notice. So this time, oh god, Warren doesn't get a message on his tablet.
Yeah. So, what do I learn about Davor, the other mechanic? Because all I have right now is I know he has a Russian accent.
That's a fair point. Let's see. Where are you?
Just some
There
cliff
he is.
notes from his sheet is what I'm looking for.
Yep.
Unless he's got some spicy information that I hacked out, but I kind of doubt it.
Let's see here. Some keynotes. He is obviously UPP through and through. He is from I'm gonna call it a workers' union organization. I don't really want to go into like creating a whole bullshit thing, but basically he's a labor union guy. Does, a lot of blue collar work. He's obviously certified as far as mechanics and all that goes, because that's what his job is. It looks like there's a couple of instances where he wasn't exactly, for lack of a better thing to call it, didn't always see eye to eye with the party line. But appears to otherwise be a card-carrying member of the UPP proletariat bullshit. Whatever that would be. Listen, in our universe, it would have just straight up been the Communist Party. I don't know exactly how that translates to the UPP, if they have a full-on Communist Party network system sort of thing or not. I'm not that familiar with the lore. But whatever it is, that's...
They're communists.
Yeah, absolutely. Doblin's is card-carrying, has a couple of notes of, let's say, less than ideal interactions with said Communist Party, i.e. censorship, stuff like that. Etsy, what's up? Lupium, whatever. I forget how to say your name. Sorry. Yeah, he's got there's a couple of notes where he's like, didn't meet party standards.
You know, the only reason he doesn't have a perfect record is to make him less suspicious. He's a fucking spy.
You don't know that, shush you. Unless you're standing over Westcat's shoulder.
This is just Pike 100% believes that he's a spy. It doesn't matter what anybody finds on him.
Sure, just because he has a Russian accent. What a racist asshole Pike is.
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna put George back to bed. I'll be at 1 second.
Yep.
Yeah. So after I have my fun hacking, which I'm assuming will take a solid hour or two, I will then go looking for Heath.
Okay. So after this, well, before you get into that, is Pike or anybody else? I know Luke is AFK at the moment, but Luke or excuse me, is Pike or anybody for that matter doing anything in that first hour after first waking up?
I'll get up. I'll get something to eat. I'll go work out to stretch out from being on ice.
Okay.
With plans to go take a shower after that.
Okay. As that first hour closes, actually, I want to wait for Luke to come back before I want to give him a chance.
So Nina, she gets thawed, she does her job, and then she also fucks with the coffee machine.
Yeah, that checks out.
I feel so sorry for the coffee drinkers on this ship.
I feel like, in fact, anybody that gets coffee is going to get coffee that has a strange, citrusy accent. Very strong citrusy flavor. That is not normal for coffee.
Water tank.
Luke, is Warren or Wright, are either of them doing in the first hour? Are they either of them doing anything in particular in the first hour after waking up?
Damn, I had something for Alita, and now I'm forgetting it. Go to Pike, I guess. Did Pike already go?
Pike is eating and or working out in that first hour. It's just a matter of when exactly you catch up to him.
Do you want to find me while I'm eating or while I'm punching a pipe?
Well,
punching a pipe. I promise that's not allegory for anything. I got Luke. I got him. I got him with a mouthful of coffee.
I thought I could contain it, and it happened. I couldn't do it. Okay, so I guess Alita's always in the lunchroom with like Amita and stuff. So
yeah, I think 90% of her scenes, if they're on the ship, they're in the mess hall.
Yeah, there's just like it's like a depressing like round circle, like that 70s show of just like Hamida and Lakota just like arguing, and then it goes to her, and she's like.
Okay, so the camera's doing its spin around 70s show style. We get the shrug, it goes back to the argument, and it pans some more, and Pike will sit down at your table.
Oh god.
There, now you can have your scene with Pike.
as Pike is eating like some sort of energy bar or something, I'm sure. Something close to military rations, because that's all he can understand. Oh, in fact, it's you know what you get?
Weird, eclectic pile of different foods that do not go well together because he's still trying to learn how to get like matching foods.
What I was gonna say is the civilian version of MREs.
I like the idea that he's experimenting with what foods are supposed to go with what now.
Okay. All right.
So it's just weird.
Yeah, like spaghetti and oatmeal cookie bars.
Yeah. Oh.
Just the noodle, by the way, no sauce.
Oh.
Very dry, very
Um,
bland. Anyways, go ahead. Take it away.
Where was I going with that?
No,
Yeah.
no,
So
I interjected far too many times.
yeah. No, it's okay. Um, so Lita sees Pike sit down and goes, "Ah, yes, finally eating in the mess hall, are we?"
He just shrugs with a mouthful of food. It's not a
Uh,
requirement, is it?
Not really. But I am kind of okay. Let's see. I heard that you've been very social with everyone else in the ship. What's your opinion on people in the ship? What do you think?
I'm not sure I'm supposed to answer that question.
Probably for the best.
I like some people.
Okay. And I can
Like, I don't know.
figure what you mean by the rest of them.
I don't know. I like 4.5 people in the crew.
4.5.
When you
Okay.
say that you like 4.5 people in the crew, one of the working Joes wanders into view, stops, sees you, Pike, and does the robotic version of a 180 and promptly leaves. Not in a rush, just promptly.
Has anybody else noticed that the janitor bots are like way more mindful of when people are using a space lately?
Yeah. Do you want to move to that table over there? I just want to talk to you about the working shows.
He shrugs and he gets up.
I wonder what Hamida and Lakota say at this point.
Yeah, I think there's a brief shared look between the two of them, and then they just go back to eating. Like, okay, yeah, they want to have a more discreet conversation over there. That Hamida's definitely like, okay, whatever. And then Lakota's like, still watching you, Pike. She doesn't say anything, but she gives him that look.
Lakota pulls out a notepad. Heath eats with just Alita.
So, Pike, you notice that the working Joes in this particular ship seem to always appear whenever we're doing anything, and then they just kind of turn around and leave. Um, do you ever feel like they're just kind of scanning what we're doing?
That's their job.
Yeah? I thought there was like janitor bots just to like figure stuff out.
If they just wanted janitors, they would have put a crewman on here to be a janitor.
I guess it's a way more expensive janitor.
Exactly.
Hmm.
What does all that extra money get you? A walking surveillance device.
Uh, yeah, I suppose.
The other
Why are they
working
always...
Joe comes from the other side of the mess hall, sees the two of you, and then leaves again.
We give it a stare down if Peck is also up for that.
Suddenly, I'm picturing something from Rick and Morty. Just, Rick and Morty having a conversation in a cafeteria or something, and it's like one of the president's Secret Service agents just shows up, and they just eyeball the crap out of each other until the Secret Service agent leaves. That's kind of what I'm picturing in my head right now, by the way.
What else would you need them for? Especially two, right? Like if
I
you want to,
guess.
like it was pretty common for us to have one as a tech expert to be awake while we're asleep. We
Oh
got
yeah.
two. We got two,
On
and the
such a
ship is
small ship.
way smaller. Exactly. See, you get it. Those
Yeah.
things are really expensive.
Yeah, that's something that I wasn't able to get from Matt was like more information about who we're even working for, but it's the Free Worlds or something. What was it called again? The Free Worlds?
United Americas, or are you
So
talking
You
about
guys
Weyland
are,
Yutani?
I mean, you guys are under contract to the Weyland Yutani Corporation or whatever the company name is.
yeah.
You guys represent or are part of the United Americas contingent. But otherwise, this is a multinational, multi-company expedition. So there is no
Yeah, so
one
it's not
particular,
strictly,
yeah.
but it is.
But Gaius has told you that you work for
Yes.
Way U. Period.
But
Oh, Matt.
Alita doesn't know that.
Right. That's right. Yes. Yeah. Gaius has told Warren specifically because he's the captain that you do indeed only work for Wei Yu. Fuck the Great Mother Mission or whatever.
Oh, the Great Mother Mission, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, yes, we work for the Great Mother Mission or whatever that means. But like, I can't get anything out of Matt for like who we work for or anything like that. What do you think about that?
I think any shot at me having a large scale organizational loyalty died. I'm loyal to
Hmm.
you guys, and I signed a contract for the Great Mother Mission. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's the three of you, then the one and a half other people I like, then maybe the rest of the crew, then the Great Mother Mission. Fuck the rest.
All right. Okay.
I
Well,
know I signed a contract and they can do their legally whatever bullshitty lawyer speak, but I just I get that I signed a contract that says I work for the Great Mother Mission, and I know that I signed in a little weird way, but the money to put
still
this thing
signed.
together came from somewhere, and it wasn't just the government's. So,
No. Okay.
besides, there's UPP here. So you know there's going to be divided loyalties in the Great Mother Mission.
Yeah, I guess that kind of comes without a saying. All right. Uh, thank you. And she just continues kind of eating and peters off into whatever conversation.
Yeah, are you good?
Yeah. Just wondering why Matt is so stressed about everything. And I think that maybe he has something that he's not telling us.
I mean, do you think he's having a hard time with something, or do you think he's hiding something?
I don't know. But I guess we'll have to find out eventually, right?
Yeah,
She was,
we waited and
yeah.
found out, and then we got out. That's what happened last time I waited and found out.
One quick thing, Kane, because you mentioned earlier there was a lot that you couldn't quite recall from the last session. There was a brief conversation. Perhaps it was longer than just brief, but there was a conversation between Pike and Warren regarding, I believe, Warren's leadership and advice that you were giving him, and that
Yep.
some
Oh,
of that
yeah.
conversation might be pertinent now if Pike wanted to share that with Wright.
I'm not going to erode Matt's authority.
Okay.
I'll tell you
All
what
right.
though. I'll go talk to him.
Okay.
If there's a
Um,
problem, I'll try to help solve it. If there's a problem and I think you can help solve it, I'll certainly recommend it.
and I just want to ask too, you've been touching base with Octavia. I haven't seen her a lot around, to be honest.
That's not surprising.
Hmm.
I'll give you the same advice as the last person that asked me. If she asks for help, just give it. She needs it. If she doesn't
Okay.
ask for it, don't make it worse.
Okay. Um, as long as she's still doing her things, then I guess I'm happy for now.
He shrugs. I don't know what 2/3 of her job even means. So
At about this point, Lakota stands up and exits the mess hall.
I'll motion for Hamida to join us.
Hamida has no problem joining you, especially since her one
Oh,
and only communication partner in this room just left. So she scoops up her little bowl of cereal or whatever in her drink and scoots on over next to Wright. And yeah. Oh, I'm part of the cool kids again. Cool.
Yeah, we were just talking about Octavia.
Oh, you sure you weren't talking about me?
Do you want me to talk about you?
Listen, what you do in your time in the pod is entirely up to you, not me.
Mm.
Some of it I probably shouldn't know. And she just smirks at you.
You haven't heard anything about Octavia not getting things done. I mean, weird schedule and
You
maybe
know,
inconsistent loads, but everything's still getting done, right?
yeah. So yes and no. She has been flagged by Mother. I don't know if you know this or not, but she's been fiddling around inside the computer systems a little bit. Mother is, let's just say, less than pleased.
I just look at Alita and I shrug.
Well,
and
we
like,
don't have
okay.
a mother, so I don't see what the
Daughter,
problem is.
same difference. You know what I mean?
Daughter.
Yeah, I look over at Alita and I shrug and I'm like, okay.
Like, par
Is
for the
she-
course.
Alita looks confused. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's. Oh, that's right. That wasn't right to do. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Wright would see some of these notifications as, flags or whatever that, hey, Octavia is doing some shit in the computer again. Hey,
Unless
somebody
Alita
needs to
would have
talk.
diverted it to
Somebody
me,
maybe
right?
needs to talk to Octavia about her computer access rights.
Yeah, I think unless like Hamida would have diverted it, then Alita's right to like Alita's terminal to be like, okay, go investigate that. I don't think Alita would know anything about that.
Because Hamida is the security officer head.
Yeah, Hamida
right?
is the
Not-
head security, and Wright is
He's the
the
security
Yeah.
chief.
assistant.
I just do whatever
Is-
she tells me.
Is it well, I guess aside from her eccentric use of her expertise, I mean, is her job getting done?
As far as I can tell, yeah. I think the person you really need to talk to in that regard is probably the captain. He would have a better grip on what she is or isn't doing insofar as what her requirements are. I just know that she's come up a few times flagged my daughter as, let's just say, more than what should be used on the computer.
I'm sure I could ask the captain a lot of these questions, but I'm just trying to take care of things at the lowest level.
No, that's fair. Side note, if you hear my kid in the background tormenting the cat, it's because he's meowing back.
You
I
deserve
love
this.
Huh? What'd
You
you say?
deserve this.
I can't help it. Sometimes I just gotta laugh. I mean, what else am I supposed to do?
Pretty much.
Fry. It's the other option.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all right. I can talk to her about the computer stuff. I don't understand what most of it is, anyways.
I mean, science officer, something.
She
something.
needs
I
access-
thought she was the administrator.
She's got some administration capabilities, I suppose, but the bigger thing is ultimately if she becomes too invasive, then daughter's just going to remove all of her access and she won't be able to do her job, which will cause other problems insofar as her contract is concerned. So,
Mike laughs a little. He's like, it might fuck up her contract, but it's not going to keep her out if she decides she wants to be in.
I think she just smirks at it because I don't think she realizes like the full extent of her comms tech capability. I mean, that was her primary MOS in the core, for Christ's sake. So yeah, she's just given the book answer, as it were.
But,
she
yeah,
keeps screwing around. She's gonna lose her access. She won't be able to do her job. Her contract's gonna be invalidated, and WAU is gonna be like, "Yeah, you're fired. Go away."
Yeah,
Because that's the standard book answer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jokes aside, like, I understand she's breaking some rules.
I mean,
I'm not ignoring that.
yes. I mean, she hasn't necessarily done anything other than, unauthorized access, but it's not like she's finding state secrets in the computers either. She's just doing stuff in the computers that she's not allowed to do because of her position on the ship.
I'd certainly hope there's no state secrets to find on the ship.
I would be concerned as well. And I think about that same moment that she says that, over the intercom is Lakota. Octavia, if you wouldn't mind, could you meet me in the med lab, please?
Oh, that'll be fun. For Octavia.
I think Amita's just
Octavia
like,
is
what's that
here.
all about? Oh, she probably just wants to
Octavia
see her for her physical baseline.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean the thing that she has been actively avoiding interacting
Yes.
with Lakota for any way, shape, or form?
Listen, we as players know exactly what it is. Hamida, on the other hand, is like, oh, she probably just needs some vitals or something.
So is there, since I got the two of you here anyways, I'm not making your jobs any harder, am I?
I think Hamida just gives you one of those looks. I don't even know what those looks means in this context, but she just gives you a look, and she's like, "You're kidding, right?"
No.
She just looks at you, and she's like, "Yeah, because you're Al fucking Capone over here."
I don't know who that is.
Oh, well, gangster from like 100 years ago or something. I want to point out, I am intentionally getting the timeline wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I as a player, I know who Al Capone
Yeah,
is.
yeah, absolutely.
This is a fun
absolutely.
bit for both of these characters.
Yeah.
I'm not running a crime family. I don't. What?
Yeah, mobster. Big time gangland thing back in like, I don't know, the 1980s or something.
I don't know. What am I doing?
I don't know. You asked the question. I gave you the answer. I know you're not a security risk. I have certain questions, yes, but you're not a security risk. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on the ship. You'd be back at the flagship.
Okay, all right. So I'm not making your job harder.
I mean, you're making it difficult right now because now I'm thinking maybe I'm not doing my job at all.
I understand that I am accustomed to being the master of my domain, and I have no domain, and I'm trying to curb my enthusiasm.
Oh, you're a peon like the rest of us. Welcome to the
So
dregs of society.
Yeah, I've been a boot before. Don't
Yeah,
like it.
welcome back.
so
But
Hamida,
Yes.
he's kind of like an alpha dog person, but also what you see is what you get. Your assessment is probably pretty correct about him already.
Good to know. I will not make a note of this. And she pulls out a tablet and pretends to actually make a note.
Great.
Yeah, it's not complicated.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a big hammer, and every one of us is nails. I got it. I figured that out on day one.
he just nods along. He's like,
Yeah,
"This
no,
was a
that checks
really
out.
easy conversation."
I mean, problems are nails.
No,
Problems,
she gets
people-
me. She gets me.
Yeah, I think she says problems, people, and he's like, no, she's got me. I'm like, and they say it at the same time. They're like, yeah, and there's that like thumbs up look between them. There's no actual thumbs up, but there's definitely that look shared between the two of them.
They clearly are vibing on the same page.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and Alita's just trying to vibe on the right wavelength, and it's like, okay, I'm not really sure here.
Yeah, suddenly she's feeling like the third wheel. At your guys' leisure, we can move now to the performance interrogation of Westcott. Yes, Kane, I said that specifically for you.
Performance
I heard it.
interrogation of Westcott.
The performance interrogation is a
you-
reference to our Imperium Maledictum game, where instead of performance review, it's a performance interrogation. Because it's 40K.
I mean, there's a real big question here. Does Octavia go, or does she blow it off?
Yeah.
And does
Um,
Alita or Hamida have to get involved?
He's out here. Why is he knocking at your door when you're out here?
Because a cat's a cat's a cat.
Yes, that's really all it is.
So yeah, she actually does blow her off.
Okay. About 15 minutes later. Weather.
Yeah.
About 15 minutes later, there is another call on the intercom. Octavia, dear, would you come to MedLab, please? This is Lakota Monroe. She says this is Lakota Monroe, by the way. I think there's a moment where, like, inside her own head, the camera kind of comes around and we see that look on her face, and she makes a slight change of facial expression as if to indicate maybe she doesn't recognize my voice.
I like the idea that the second call goes out, and while we're just sitting at the table together, Mike just says, "Woman's fucking obnoxious."
And yet,
and back to Octavia.
like, she's just like super calm on the intercom too. She's not even trying to like incur or imply any sort of urgency or anything.
Wow, just wow. I'm trying to debate if Octavia thinks she can blow her off a second time.
I mean,
She's not having a I don't like people day, so she does drag herself over there after a good another 10 and a half, like 10, 12 minutes. She very clearly is not doing it promptly.
yeah, they might yell at each other now. Okay.
Yeah, are they just meowing back and forth?
Basically, at this point,
Yelling
yeah.
more aggressively at each other.
Yep. He's actually making it worse for the cat, to be honest.
Yeah. He is rewarding the cat's meowing.
Yeah.
With attention.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's actually
That's why cats meow in the first place.
Yeah, cats don't meow at each other.
Okay, give me a moment, guys. Let me go handle this.
I heard that one.
Yeah.
That's why he's about to go handle it. See, I knew if I gave it like an extra, I'm going to ignore the first call, I'm going to get my tea done. And now I'm back with tea. I'm actually waiting for it to brew.
Not gonna lie.
I love it.
Not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to see what happened if you just blew her off till she had to go to someone else.
Yeah, like Hamida.
You know,
or...
I'm really, really debating about it because Octavia really doesn't want to talk to her.
But like, so much implications can happen, and the next it'll be a whole session of implications. More off a third time.
You could open the door to MedLab and just peek your head in and say no, and then close the door and leave.
Oh my god.
Or just always have a volatile experiment set up somewhere to work on.
Well, Dan, I did have
put
the
it
cat on
down.
earlier, but she refused to quack.
Oh. Yeah. My new puppy's great though. He's not quacking, but he's very loud.
Yeah. It's the floof. Yeah, Luke has all the floof.
Hmm? You cut out there for
Yeah.
a minute, or my internet was weird?
No, I was just commenting on the floofy puppy. It's all floofy.
Okay. It is.
But you're not allowed to call it floof.
No. No, we skipped that name. It's George.
I really
I
want
will
to see
call
you
him
guys at the
George.
dog park yelling for George, and normal humans turn around and look at you.
3 of them come over. What?
Who are you and what the fuck do you want?
That's kind of what I'm expecting to have happen.
A quacking
That's what
cat?
you get for naming your dog George. Wait.
I think it's great.
Yeah, my cat quacks, remember?
If I ever got another
Dane
dog,
said
I'm
something
giving him a people
in
name.
stream chat.
Yeah. Okay. Dane has been to my house before I moved. He knows my cat quacks.
Ah. Oh, so that was actually
I buy
more
his
at you.
kids Christmas presents.
Ah, that's awful.
Yeah. No, I literally give Dane's kids Christmas presents.
Yeah.
We IRL peeps, man.
Yep, I got you.
Cool. So I'm stealing Kane's idea.
Okay.
Oh no.
So Octavia is going to walk to the med bay, dragging her feet the entire time. She opens the door, looks at Lakota, says, "I'm alive." She closes the door and walks away.
As you walk away and out of camera view, the camera lingers over Monroe, and all we see is she opens up a file on her computer. It is your not your personnel file, but your mental evaluation record that she has, and she puts in there that you declined a sit down with her. And then we see it being sent to the captain, along with an attachment that says, "I would really like to be able to establish a psychological a psychological baseline, similar to what I attempted to establish with Heath. This is the second member of your crew that has openly denied me, and this is obstructing me from being able to do my duties to the full extent." Signed, Lakota Monroe. Yeah, signed Lakota Monroe, some sort of MD or something like that, but not for this. She's using her psychologist credentials. And then
Yeah, so
we see her hit the enter button to send it off, and we even hear the little, AOL sound.
And then infirmary, literally, just across the hall, it goes beep 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 beep, and Matt goes, "What the hell? What? Oh yeah, yeah, that's the thing that's happening." Okay.
yeah, so Matt is going to have to come give me a talking to before I willingly talk to Lakota, and even then, someone might
Mhm.
have to drag me.
Yeah.
Okay, like Pike didn't like Lakota because he didn't see her as being a proper person, I guess,
Proper
or
person,
one
okay.
one he
I'm
should
not sure
respect,
what the
anyways.
proper person definition might be here, Pike, but my god, man.
Yeah, Octavia is avoiding her for several other completely and very invalid in her mind reasons.
Sure.
Hey, everything
Valid-ish.
that goes on in Pike's head feels valid to Pike.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that true for everybody?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
This cat is absolutely driving me nuts, guys.
Also quack.
That's a quacker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I take it the child got the please stop meowing loudly at the cat discussion
I said something to that
because it
effect,
is
so, yeah.
encouraging the cat to keep meowing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to teach the cat with water.
Honestly, if you want the cat to stop meowing, make the kid run up play toys like a catfisher toy with it until the cat's exhausted, and that'll make the cat stop meowing.
Yeah, but then my kid is
Honestly,
exhausted.
it takes like 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was one of
Yeah,
the things
isn't the kid also supposed to be going to bed?
soon. It's only 8 o'clock
Exactly,
here.
it's win-win.
Hmm.
And it only doesn't take that long. Cats don't have like boundless energy like a human child does.
Or dog.
Yeah, they get tired and lazy after a while.
Yeah. I tried
So
playing
it's
them, they
honestly
clawed the shit
literally
out
a
of my
good 15
fingertip.
minutes, maybe.
So what do you do when you get your message?
Yeah, what do you do? Well, I go AFK just for a quick second again because I gotta stop this meowing.
Okay. That gives me a moment to consider my options.
I'm gonna get another idea from Pike.
No, I'm probably gonna have to go and find you, which is gonna require looking for you, which is gonna require probably Alita at some point.
You could probably send
Uh-huh.
Pike to go find her.
I'm not sure if
Um,
Alita knows where my hiding spots are yet, because only Pike has really ever found them.
That's because Pike's the only one that's been active in trying to keep up with her and whatever.
I feel like it'd be known at this point, like, when seeking an Octavia signature, Pike seems to make that sort of thing happen.
Yeah.
Or when, like, we need her to do something, like, off the cuff, Pike seems to be able to make that happen.
yes, but that doesn't mean that it's always the perfect option. Um, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna try to find her for the next 15 minutes.
Um,
Given that I need to do an observation roll, I suppose.
Well, she's having a
She's
good
not
day. Is she
hiding.
even hiding?
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Oh, never
She's
mind.
always hiding.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in her hidey hole.
She just
probably
actually
inside.
comes out and then goes back and hides again. Let me point out, she has never once been in the mess hall where other people have seen her. Ever.
Yeah.
The only time people have seen her in a group is when the captain has had mandatory meetings. Like, so she is clearly not acting like a normal person should be and hasn't been the
Mhm.
entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she
Okay,
doesn't, the only
is-
time she's at her desk is when she's doing a task that absolutely requires her physically manipulating something.
Okay, so I can do a observation roll, right?
Yep.
Okay. Mm. Here it is.
One success.
Yeah.
I think that tells
Success.
you kind of how long it takes you.
I think that's more like whether or not you find her, and then if it takes more than a few minutes. And
Yeah,
it's not a huge
I'm
ship, so it's not terribly difficult unless she's like hiding in the cubby holes.
Yeah, roll me a d6.
Is she rolling a d6? Okay.
Yeah, roll a d6. I have a chart.
Six.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty easy to find right now.
Okay.
I am literally in a room off of the mess hall, sitting in a corner.
In a quiet room?
Yep. I'm just chilling
Quiet
in a
room
corner.
does
I'm not. No, I'm not sitting in the furniture. I'm sitting on the floor in the corner.
science stores. I forgot we had those.
Oh, there
Okay.
actually is a quiet room. Is that like a reading
there
room
is.
or something?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're ahead of their time. Okay, so I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna look around. I see you in the corner.
Yeah, the plant is
Octavia.
totally not where it should be. It's sitting like 3 feet away from the corner, and then I'm occupying the corner. I'm sitting there on
Are
my tablet doing things.
okay.
I
This is
look
probably
up.
when she's actually hacking something. Or looking up files of people.
No, I already have those. I'm debating how much I'm sharing with Pike.
Mhm.
I'm collating files right now.
Gotcha.
Actually, no, this is probably
Sitting.
when I'm hacking Lakota's files.
Oh,
Lakota's personnel file. Now, this is what made me hack Lakota's personnel file.
Because she finally has called your bluff, so to speak?
Yeah.
Okay.
okay. I probably don't notice that with the green on black text that's just, there on your monitor. I say, sitting under a plant. Are you getting kind of squirrely and thinking you want to be back on a planet sometime soon?
We only just got off ice. It's sitting in places. It's comfortable.
It does kind of seem nice in here. I haven't been here a lot. So, you heard Lakota is looking for you.
Yeah. I shook my head, told her I'm alive, went on with my job.
Okay, so that's like half of the evaluation right there. Um, do you want to talk about what's going on? I know we've probably been at our odds for a while and I've been letting you do your own thing for quite a while too. But I mean, if you want to have a conversation with me, then we can have a conversation with Lakota after if you really think so.
She gives you this look like, what are you even talking about? Um, and then she's like, a conversation about what? The color of the paint in here?
No, more like not just your performance, but what's underlying your performance. Like you're not showing up to like the mess hall. You're not doing anything. You're hiding a lot. I think Pike is the only one who consistently finds you anywheres. Reports mysteriously have signatures on it that may or may not be even yours. Things start appearing in notes from daughter about some of your behaviors. No, I get it. What your MOS was is pretty clear. So obviously I understand that you want to get the information and do whatever you want to find for that, but uh,
He is just looking at you and kind of head nodding, going like, yeah. Sometimes I go and get information. I'm not sure why daughter is angry, but that's a computer for you.
yeah, I mean you have administration rights. If you weren't able to get the information, you weren't able to get the information, right? But regardless, um, yeah, I'm not really good on feelings and stuff like that. I think you remember me from those times. But I'm just wondering, is there anything that could help you do your job better here?
Not having Lakota call me like uh, a stepmom on the intercom, maybe?
Um, True. Yeah, she's pretty motherly. Um, but she needs to get a baseline on everyone. Even Pike got a baseline that was done. I mean, things can be organized so that like she can do her job properly, but not get reported necessarily to like all the people that need to know, right? So
Hmm. So I have to.
well, it's certainly getting annoying. Um, but I don't think it's a have to yet.
Hmm.
That's why I wanted to know if you wanted to talk first, and then we can clear some stuff up.
I don't particularly want to talk to Lakota.
Okay. Um, what about the leaving weird alarms on my PDAT that I had to like try to hack out of there?
You said you wanted to know when we were going to reach that one town or that one planet.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
Was
Well,
that not enough? You got like a warning about every hour.
oh yeah, I got what was it?
Every
It was
hour and then
every
the
hour and
and
10
the time it
minutes.
took minutes and it would take between to get there. Yes,
Yeah,
that wasn't
which
exactly an hour apart.
they weren't exactly an hour apart. And personally, I did the calculations on that. It's like 800 alarms because of the descending. It's a geometric association. Descending amounts of
Yeah,
time it
that's why
gets
she
you, and
A
added the
then
reverse
less than hour in
Fibonacci.
between. Yeah,
yeah,
it
even
was
then,
reverse geometric, and that's why she included the
the hour
plus an hour.
buffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still gets ridiculous
Oh
over
yeah,
some
I'm sure
time.
it does. I'm sure it does.
Over the
Um,
course of like 2 days, yes, it does.
it gets excessive.
Mhm.
Yeah, I enjoyed
There's
doing
a
the math on
reason
that
he
one.
shot it.
Yeah, yeah. Of which, okay, so we had some of that conversation in real time, of which Tan has been furious at me about for discharging a firearm in my office.
She's laughing at this because it's
Yeah,
funny to her.
yeah.
I gave you a
Okay.
good productive meeting with Tan, didn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so is this you saying you officially do not want me to make another alarm prank on you?
Yes, please.
Okay, no more alarm pranks.
I hate where this is going because I know you're smarter than I am, and I know I'll talk myself into a corner with you. Um, okay. I'll talk to Lakota. I'll try to figure something out. Delay the inevitable, I guess, in her sense, in her words.
Mhm.
At about this moment, one of the working Joes starts to enter the quiet room with a broom and dustpan, sees the two of you, not stumbles, but definitely stutters, pauses.
Right. Let me point out, I only set it up so it
Yes,
avoids Pike. I didn't set it
yes,
up for anyone else.
yes. Does a double take in a not so humorous robotic sort of way, and then starts sweeping around you. And as it gets closer to you, kind of gently tries to encourage you without actually touching you, mind you,
Oh,
to
I get up and
scooch a
move to
little
one of the
bit.
couch. I get up, I sit on the couch, I let the working Joe finish, and then I go and sit back down in my corner again.
Yeah.
You gotta probably move the plant again because it
Oh
moved
yeah,
it back.
yes, because it will put the plant back if you don't let it, if you don't interfere with it.
Yeah.
No, I let it do its job, and then I move the plant and I sit back down again. I don't like sitting in dust.
Which is why you go to the plant in the
Um,
first place, right?
did you say anything about that you program them? Oh no, you didn't say anything about
No,
that
I
programming
wouldn't have
them
said
back. Okay,
anything about
perfect.
that at all.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
good.
was completely out of character because I couldn't remember.
Yeah, okay,
I
good.
thought they were for Pike specifically, but
No, it was only
They were
Pike.
for Pike, yeah.
Yep, and
I
Pike
didn't
because
doesn't
program
know
Pike,
that for
either.
anyone else.
He just thinks that the bots are being polite for once. And he thinks
yeah,
it's happening for everybody because it happens in every room he sees.
that is a bias. Actually, it is true. That works. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go eat lunch, and I'm gonna talk to Lakota. Thank you.
When
Stumbles out of the
you
room, awkward.
Yeah, when you make it back to your office or whatever it is,
I
don't eat
very
catamounts.
specifically put the
Good.
plant back and go find a different hiding spot because I don't want Lakota coming here. Or Lakota can come here, but she ain't gonna find me.
Lakota's not here. In fact, she's standing outside the captain's office door,
Okay.
leaned up against
Yeah,
the
but
wall.
just saying, I
She's doing one of
specifically am
these, leaned up
changing
against the
up my
wall.
hiding spots.
What's that?
I specifically changed up my hiding spot about 5 minutes after he leaves.
Yeah. So you're gonna have a new chart, is what I'm hearing.
Just a different role in the chart.
Yeah. So when you come back towards your office, she is standing outside your door, leaning against the wall, kind of like this, trying to. I think she's trying to make it look like she's being nonchalant and totally patient, but there's something in her body language which she's just not quite hitting that mark.
She's vibrating at the same time. That's why.
Yeah. As soon as she sees you, she's like, does one of these, like, Captain, got a moment? Really like to talk to you.
Yes, I have a moment.
One scene I'm really looking forward to.
What's that?
I have a scene in mind now that I'm really looking forward to.
Are you gonna jump Lakota in the ship passageways now?
No.
Not jump, but I mean.
No, I have a much funnier conversation in mind.
Okay.
All right, Lakota.
Yeah. Yes, Captain.
Yes, I
got
have
a
a
moment? Excellent.
Yes.
May I?
In my office?
Sure. Please.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So I saw you read my message about Octavia.
Yes.
Because you may not notice, I put read receipts on everything, or request read receipts for every email I send off. I don't know if that's an 80s thing. That might actually be a 90s thing, or maybe a 2000s thing. But I feel like at this point it's pertinent.
It's sci-fi. It's fine.
Yeah.
I've actually learned about that like 2 days ago or 3 days, like Friday. Yeah, it's the TCP versus UDP protocols, which have existed like since the 70s.
Yeah. So she's definitely got the read receipts set up.
Yeah, she has them.
What is the plan? I want to establish this baseline for everybody, and as I've mentioned in the past, it was Heath and Octavia both that I still needed to do based on available information. I got Heath done at some consternation. We won't go into that. You were there. I just need Octavia's, and I think there is a concern, an additional level of concern, as I noted in Heath's report to you, given her recent work ethic. And when she says work ethic, there's a distinctive emphasis on it. She's trying to skirt around the situation as politely as she can, but she's also making it obvious that she's aware of her, effectively, that she's aware of her does not work well with others days. And she says, I need to sit down with her. I don't want to justify saying that she is a potential risk to the ship and crew, but that card is on the table. I have to be honest with you. And I need to have this baseline in order to make that final determination, not just for my safety, not just for your safety, but for the entire ship and the entire crew. I don't think she's a loose wire or anything like that, but if she needs help, she needs help. And if she does happen to be a loose wire, then we need to address that as well.
I reflect on that for a moment. So while reflecting, did she ever do Matt and Alita?
What she has done is they use available information in personnel history files that was provided during the onboarding process, let's say.
Okay.
And she's relaying all this information to you, that she's used what could amount to third-party access to generate a baseline for everybody. Some of your medical history has come over from the core, and it's been very baseline. Like the fact that you had leg and eye damage and that you have prosthetics now. That's
an arm.
Did I miss that? The arm too? I thought it was just the leg and the eye. Well, regardless, whatever, physical traumas you guys have endured, that was not necessarily let's say, privileged information or even security classified information.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know all the details. For instance, she doesn't know what happened to cause you to have suffered those injuries, but she knows that you have suffered those injuries.
Terrible mailroom accident.
Yeah, sure, whatever it was. Lost a leg and now has a prosthetic. Lost an arm and now has a prosthetic. Lost an eye and now has a prosthetic. With Westcott, none of that information, especially the mental health stuff, came from the Corps for two reasons. One, the Corps never established any medical history or mental health history because it would have caused her to be booted from the special unit you guys are in and possibly from the Marine Corps. So that never happened. And whatever information it was, the Marines would not have released that. The physical information, that's a little bit more pertinent because it applies for like job availability and things of that nature. And yes, I realize in the real world, HIPAA prevents the spreading of medical information, period. But I'm giving a little bit of creative license here where some of that information would have been available, if not necessarily the causes or what have you.
It's future space.
Yes.
This corporate dystopia.
Yes,
The corporations have it.
Yes.
Yeah, the corporations
probably
probably sell it.
Yeah, they probably sold it. Yeah, that's probably true. They sold it to the Mother Mission as part of their, you give us access to mission information and we will give you access to crew information.
Even better. Weyland-Yutani sold it, at a high price to the Great Mother Mission, so that Weyland-Yutani, who owns the Mother Mission, also was able to get a write-off on it.
Oh, yeah. Tax write-offs, rebates, all of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So ultimately what it boils down to is a lot of baseline information is already available for most of the crew. Pike is a weird anomaly from an information standpoint because he does not officially exist. Westcott's information is also something of an anomaly because insofar as her mental health history is concerned, none of it exists. So for Lakota, she's trying to get that baseline so she has something to work with in addressing potential problems, in treating potential problems for her patients. And that's why she's been adamant about this. And she's also, I don't know if she actually pinned this or commented on this in any of her communications with you. So she also will say this. I'm kind of paraphrasing, so I don't actually have to say the character. But one final note is that she has a working theory that there is a connection between Pike and Westcott. He's not sure if one is covering for the other, and she's not sure which one is which. And she needs that baseline information in order to figure out what is actually going on.
So one is covering for the other.
That's what she thinks. She doesn't
Which
know.
Is pretty close.
Yes, but what she doesn't know is Pike covering for Westcott? Is Westcott covering for Pike? Are you two fuckers brothers and sisters covering for each other because that's what the Marine Corps teaches you? That answer is probably yes, but she hasn't figured that out yet. She's getting the hint that there's some sort of conspiracy, and I use that word very loosely. She's just trying to figure it out because at the end of the day, her primary concern is the physical and mental well-being of her crewmates. And she's not dumb. If somebody's covering for somebody, there's usually a reason for it, which means that's something that she should be aware of as well.
Okay.
And she kind of gives you something like a 10, 15-minute spiel about all of this. She probably even cites previous sources or previous like precedents, almost in a legal battle, but it's all medical and mental health history stuff. As to justification.
At this point?
I'm sorry?
The DSM-7 stuff at this point?
Sure. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. It's probably like 10 or 11 at that point. I do want to point out that Lakota has access to my medical history. There are some very obvious things that are very wrong compared to my medical history.
Well, so the way I'm seeing it is that there's a distinct difference between medical and mental.
No. She is very obviously physically unwell.
Oh, did I miss something then?
Yes. Remember, like, part of the reason I justified for cutting all of her physical skills back down to absolute minimums was has dropped like a lot of weight she really didn't have to spare. Like, she looks
malnourished,
different. Yeah,
she's like not bulimic, or is she?
I wonder.
She's anorexic.
Is that noted as such in the history that Lakota would have?
Well, she has the history of me coming out of the Marines, which was me at a normal, healthy, athletic woman weight. Yeah,
That-
I'm
okay,
like
so-
marine sized.
So when you
I'm
left
very
the Marine
obviously-
Corps, you were
I
fine.
was physically
Good.
physically athletic and well built and fit, very fit for a Marine. That is not the case now.
Okay, so
You don't
in the
even look
And
last,
the
it's
same.
only a
Okay.
year later.
okay,
Yeah.
So there is very obvious physical
Um,
details that are
I'm
she can
going
see as
to
well.
I'm going to chalk that one up to her not noticing on a conscious level that when you left the Corps, you were 5 foot something, 100 something, and now you are 5 foot something and something less than 100. She's not
Yeah,
putting
she's
that
probably like.
on a conscious level. She's not putting that together.
At
Well,
5 foot
she
something,
also
you could
is
probably
wearing
get away
very
with, like,
different, like
95
baggy
pounds.
clothes. And honestly, if she's never saw a woman at my height, very athletic and fit, she might not ever notice it immediately.
That
But
and that's why
like
she's missing it.
Matthew and Heath and Alita
They would
definitely
know.
would notice.
Yeah, they would know.
immediately, right off.
Because that's a
Yeah,
big
and Matthew's
change.
been tiptoeing.
hmm
This is why Heath hasn't been like, you want to get your ass kicked in the bottom of the ship again? Because he doesn't want to actually hurt you and break you this time.
Okay,
He's
that
trying to
makes
figure out what to do.
that makes a lot of sense, and I don't know if we discussed that and I just forgot. It's entirely likely.
It's been hinted at the entire
Okay.
time, but I've never
Mhm.
directly called it out.
Okay.
Other than when I was giving my initial physical description back on the first session.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, yeah. So a lot of Lakota's argument is, the need to establish a baseline in order to be able to treat people, and for whatever reason, she doesn't have all of the information she needs that she should have for Octavia, so she needs to establish that information. And that's why she's been kind of harping on these medical reviews and mental health reviews.
Yeah.
And she just leaves it with, and Captain, frankly, this is the safety of your ship and crew, the well-being of your ship and crew, that I am just as much responsible for as you are. Perhaps, depending on the situation, more so than you. Hippocratic oaths being Hippocratic oaths.
I knew a man like that before.
Really? I wonder what he was like.
He leaves it at that.
Yeah. She starts to pry because for a brief moment, we've all seen Dune, the Denis Villeneuve Dune. And you remember when Thufir Hawat has his little eyes rolling in the back of his head to do math? We kind of have that as she switches her mental hat from doctor to psychologist. And she's like, I wonder what kind of person he was.
Well, Matt wouldn't have been dumb. He probably would have noticed the things on that watery archipelago-y planet there that involved the little hotel or whatever.
Yeah.
He knew what happened
Yeah.
after he had bunted someone to death. Yeah. But he's not mentioning that to anyone.
No.
No, okay. Okay, so I think I have a plan for that, but how much time do we have before we get to the planet?
By this point, you still have about 20-ish hours.
20-ish hours.
Basically 2 full shifts.
2 full shifts.
I'm waiting for the Matt
Get your ass in
and
there.
Heath collection.
The what?
The Matt and Heath like powwow next.
Um,
Well, Kane has definitely hinted at something that is going to be quote unquote funny.
yeah. So we can do that one there. I'm debating whether or not I want to send Alita out to get Octavia, or wonder if Kane if Pike can figure out a way to get Alita to like figure something out for that.
I mean, one
But,
option
for the-
is sending Alita out, and when that doesn't work, then you use Kane. I'm sorry, Pike.
Yeah. So, but the thing is that how much of like testing can you involve a person before they just like shut off and go like, no, I'm out.
One way to find out. Push
Yeah,
until they
right.
stop pushing back. Or start pushing back, as the case may be.
Yeah. Okay. What's the next scene?
I will leave that to you. I need to use the restroom really quick, but otherwise, I'm ready to continue. So just give me about 2 minutes, and I'm good to go.
I'm trying to remember here. Did I ever kick Alita's butt?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah. So Alita definitely would know that there's something off too.
Yeah, Alita hasn't had the chance to really like get any involvement with Octavia.
I'm really waiting for Alita to walk in and just pick Octavia up and just walk off with her. Because
Because
there isn't an awful
remember,
lot that Octavia can do right now. Because she still only has close combat 1.
because
Yeah,
remember we got
but
the 2 new guys, so I put
Yeah.
them in front of you and you chewed them alive.
so bad.
So Alita decided to get back into the fight, and Wally didn't, and that's why
Still
I
lost.
immediately did not like Wally because he was a
Mhm.
quitter.
But Alita lost twice hard.
Mhm.
Yeah. Uh, what I have for skills? Yeah, I mean, like a 5 strength and like 3 close combat should be sufficient to do anything really, including the skill subdue.
Yeah. Like now, like she could just walk up, pick up Octavia, and Octavia could do nothing about it.
Yeah. Um.
All right, what's next?
Like,
All right.
because when if Alita ever sees Octavia, she definitely gets the "I could take her" vibe when she wasn't so sure before.
Yeah. Does Pike want to have his scene with Matt while he's mulling over what to do next?
Kane, are you there? Are you muted?
Yeah, no, I'm here.
That question was for you, my friend.
Sorry, I want to go find Tam.
Oh.
Tam is in the admin office doing administrative things.
I'll knock on the door.
Hey, what's up, Heath?
Lateness.
Do you have a minute to talk about rules?
He smirks and closes whatever he's doing on his computer, leans back in his chair in a very somewhat smuggish "I've got you" moment. I could talk all day about rules. Which rules in particular would you like to talk about?
So, do you? I know you're an inspector. Are you responsible for more than just materials, or are you involved in all the rules for Great Mother?
In what way do you mean all the rules for Great Mother?
Are you in charge of inspecting and enforcing like medical standards rules?
What medical standards in particular? What are you driving at? What's your big ask here?
Trying to figure out how much of this incessant mental health screening crap is actually has to get done, and how much of it is what Lakota just feels like doing. I'm trying to figure out at what point can we say no with the rules. Because
This
really, I feel like it's starting to interfere with our work.
Sure. I would probably disagree, but I don't know enough. I feel like perhaps you know more about whatever's going on in that regard. Uh, you know, it's my understanding that the ship's medical officer, in this case, Lakota, does have a certain scope to, within the medical and in her case, also the mental health side, more or less do what they feel is pertinent. Uh, Without citing specific regulations that I don't actually know off the top of my head, I can get back to you on that. Like, uh, usually the chief medical officer and the captain have to work together to figure out the best sorry, I'm struggling with the words, not Tam. The best option and the best approach when it comes to the ship's, or excuse me, to the crew's medical and mental health. Obviously, based on individual missions and individual people's specific requirements, that health plan, for lack of a better thing to call it, could be as superficial or as deeply detailed as necessary. It's really up to the people in charge and the people that it addresses. A handful of colonists, it's easy just to be like, yeah, anybody have a fever? Okay, good. We continue on. Or it could be something much more delicate where going into certain alien environments requires a certain homeostasis, I suppose. And if it's not closely monitored, could endanger whatever that particular mission objective is.
I don't know what homeostasis means.
It actually took me a little while to figure it out too, but basically the human body is supposed to be operating within a certain set of parameters. And if you dwindle,
Okay.
or not dwindle, if you dwell too much on one side of this scope, then things don't work right. But if you put everything in the middle, the human body works exactly the way it's meant to.
Okay. Yeah. If you're offering, if you could look some stuff up and put that together, that'd be great.
If you could put together a list of the specific things you would like to know, that would make my search a little bit easier.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know.
Do you need a crayon, perhaps? He smirks, but he's also absolutely calling you out as a dumbass Marine.
Well, it
He's just
depends
being
on
polite about it.
it depends on what flavors you have.
I have 32.
Oh, well, it's a pretty basic box.
I'm sorry. I'm catching myself on how quickly I responded with that.
uh, but so I'm still adjusting to how things are supposed to work here.
Yes, we normally
Uh,
don't shoot everything that doesn't work our way.
he thinks for a second. He's like, I haven't shot my gun that much. But anyways, one of the
he's
things.
just looking at you blankly, waiting for you to have a decent response.
Yeah. So, but one of the things that's very core to the way that the Corps runs is that people help each other out to get things done.
Sure.
So, you doing this for me, once it's put together, I'll owe you a favor.
I don't know if that's the way I would like to operate. This is part of my job, but noted.
I mean, it's all right, cool, but I'm going to feel like I owe you one for taking on some extra work for me.
Excellent. Just make sure you keep your weapons secured where they're supposed to be secured.
Is
Please
that
and
the
thanks.
favor you want?
Is there anything
Oh,
else, Mr. Pike?
I'll put
Oh, I'm
together
sorry.
the.
I'm sorry. I think Tam is gonna start calling you Mr. Pike just to be an ass.
Just
Please,
to
I'm
rub it
sorry.
in.
Continue.
Yeah.
This is totally me.
I'll put that list together and I'll send it to you.
Excellent. I'll be looking forward to your. God, I really want to make some sort of email joke, but I can't think of one fast enough, so he's just gonna say email. You do know how to turn the computer on, yes? You have. It's not speaking gently to it. It doesn't start with that.
I know how to find my porn.
That's not. Get out of my office.
He just laughs. And on his way to, it's like, I don't not like you, right?
I don't even know what that means. Just go away now.
All right. I'll go take a shower and then put together my list of basically anything I can come up with that Lakota has ever requested from anybody. And I'm like, what can she make us do for physicals, for mental health reviews, for checkups, for casual conversations under the guise of her job? Just he puts this whole fucking list together. This is
Okay.
something. Pike is not a smart man, but Pike has lived in the military. He understands that there are times when it's really convenient to put together a very specific list of
Oh yeah.
rules usages.
And I
He's
think
there
what
to
you.
cite. He's putting together his argument so he can cite regulations.
Yeah. And I think what you get back in a couple of hours. So I think you have the conversation, and let's say like an hour or two later, you give Tam something to work with, and an hour or two after that, he gives you a response. And I don't have any actual things to cite, but basically he has a legitimate, justifiable answer, usually in either the Space 80s, the future Space 80s version of the USC, United States Code, this, that, and the other, or published regulations within the way you frame, or even possibly policy letters from the Great Mother Mission leadership dictating that everything that Lakota is asking for is more or less on the up and up. There might be some wiggle room in some extenuating circumstance type stuff, but by and large, she's required to have, at the minimum, a basic baseline understanding of each person's medical and mental history in order to have a working history from which to deduce the adequate treatment plans for different instances, different things that could happen. For instance, as we all know, like you can't administer certain medications because of allergies or negative reactions. And on the mental health side, having a basic psychological profile to identify who may or may not be the most crazy or solid doesn't hurt. But also, there's certain HIPAA things, things that we would recognize as HIPAA requirements insofar as the sharing of that information. So
he's putting together, like, he's trying to figure out what is compulsory and what is just her legally being like, yeah, I'd like to make my job easier, make these requests that I'm allowed to make. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
he can work with the captain and Octavia to be like, these are the only things that we have to do. The rest of this is just stuff she's allowed to ask us. So we can ignore all of this bit here and everybody else can make her feel better.
yeah, I think that's going to
I've
require
go fuck
additional
yourself.
time on your part, on Pike's part, that is, to cross-reference the things that he has cited in order to generate that list of this is what we have to answer, this is what we have to provide, this is what we can provide, and here's where that hard line is if we go past this line, it's entirely voluntary.
Yeah, he's gonna get the jungle gear ready because he knows where we're going, and then he's gonna spend the rest of the trip he's gonna spend the rest of the trip reading rules.
Okay.
Just in like war paint and like
Yeah, war paint and a book.
yeah.
What else we got? Anything else?
So if you're doing that for the next couple hours,
I think he's just gonna do that for like the rest of this 20-ish hour, maybe a little bit of sleep time.
Oh, I have
well,
declared
I have
that
to-
I've declared that I have nothing else of mine for Pike, but he is imminently available if anybody wants to
Sure.
to do something.
All right. Pike. I don't want to seem antagonistic, but I do have to consider that Lakota is on the up and up and whatever. So,
Like,
I
if
wonder
you were
I
to
should
ask
delegate.
if you were to ask Lakota what her job entitles, she's gonna give you
The same
similar to what
answer.
Tam gave Pike, right?
Yeah.
That she has these different legal and regulatory precedences in I had a word and I lost it, but that basically she believes she's doing everything she's supposed to be doing, and she's not going outside of the scope of her responsibilities either. Problem is, in her case, is she has a wide range of responsibilities. Because she is the ship's doctor, she is the ship's counselor, she is the ship's diplomat. There's a lot, and it's easy. She will probably, if you were to ask her, she would tell you that it's easy to get a lot of gray muddled area overlap because of the multiple hats that she's wearing.
Yeah. So I guess my dilemma is, do I try to find Pike? Do I delegate to Hamida, or do I delegate to Alita to go get Westcott? And
You have a button in your office that is labeled intercom. Just so you know.
I know. But
And
I
you
don't
could be like,
intercomming.
Octavia, go see the doc.
Yeah,
Whether or not she does that, on the other hand,
doesn't.
Yeah, when she doesn't, that's when you have to send out Pike or whomever.
That's also calling her out in front of the whole crew.
There is that, yes.
Yeah,
I mean, there's ways you can word it, but ultimately it will boil down to you did call her out. That's entirely on how Rodance decides to perceive that.
Take it
for her character.
I just want to remind you who the rival on my character sheet is listed as.
Is it Captain Warren?
No shit.
Yeah. Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah, I want Warren to actually consider for a moment. And there's a scene. The camera is over, like on the a 3/4 down angle next to him, behind him, sort of at his desk, and he looks, and the camera follows his gaze to the intercom button, back to the captain, back to the captain's hand hovering over the intercom button. Does he call her out? Because maybe somewhere in his mind he knows if he says it over the intercom, it will get under her skin. And it might be amusing to Warren to do something like that.
All right, give me a second.
Oh God, he's rolling for it.
I think he is. He is. I can see him rolling dice in the background.
Pike is, while he's thinking about this, Pike is in whatever office supply room there is, and he just takes two packs of Post-it notes.
Okay.
so we could start trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah, I imagine in one hand you have a folder full of the things that Tam gave you, and he's got highlights and annotations in the margins and stuff. And here you are, with this folder under one arm, you just swiping 2 full packs of post-it notes.
He's gonna go lay down in the bunk, and he's just gonna like write a reference and stick it to the wall next to the bunk, and then just keep going as he goes through all of this. It's gonna look like a murder board up there.
All right, what do you got, Luke?
That's kind of how I expect him to go.
All right, so he lights up a cigarette, takes a big drag, puts his feet on his desk, pushes the button.
And what does the captain say on the intercom?
Octavia Westcott, to medical bay, please.
When you make that decision, is Lakota in the office with you? Or has she
I believe
been
she should
dismissed
still
to do
be
whatever?
there.
You think she'd still be there? Okay. Lakota will just mouth a quick thank you and scurry out so she can meet Octavia at the medical med bay.
And I say to Lakota as she's leaving, and I've taken my finger off the intercom for sure.
Uh-huh.
She's probably not going to show.
Baby steps, Captain. Out the door.
Baby steps. Okay.
All right. Lakota is waiting for you in the med bay. It's not terribly far from where she was, so. Oh. Was that an even odd roll?
She is currently in Pike's bunk, so
Pike is there next to her.
Pissed.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm interrupting. Please.
She's in my bunk, and I'm in her bunk.
You're doing your murder board thing in her bunk as she is hiding in yours.
Yeah, I pop out, and he's like, "The fuck."
It goes over the PA, and Pike just chuckles.
I was enjoying my nap.
Does Pike jump when he hears that?
No. We've established Pike is the guy who already knows the hiding spots.
Yeah, well, yeah. But you might not have expected her to actually be in that one at this moment. That's the funny part.
She was there before he came back with paper, so.
Are you going to go?
I want to
at least go.
I'm going to interject just for a quick
Nobody
second.
said I had to stay.
I'm actually
want to
working
imagine-
on that right now.
I want to imagine just for a quick moment that in an alternate universe, Pike says, "Are you going to go?" But in this alternate universe, Westcott was not hiding in his bed. It was just an empty room. I'm sorry. I may have watched a little too much Rick and Morty lately.
Yeah, so
I'm actually working on that right now. Tam gave me a bunch of rules and regulations so I could try to figure out what is actually shit that Matt will get in trouble for and what's just her being fucking obnoxious.
Oh, yeah, I got a present for you, by the way. I send you an email. It's with those 2 other personnel files I hacked this morning.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, so now you know that Doblins is a card-carrying communist and that he has had problems with the Communist Party in the past. But otherwise is a fairly upstanding member of the party.
Mm-hmm. I gave you all of Lakota's personnel file that I haven't had a chance to dig into either. I'm a little miffed about it because I want to take a nap.
Damn it! I did get a chance to read her shit before I went and talked with her.
Yeah. So I do go to the infirmary.
Okay. Lakota is there. She is looking for all the world as though she's trying to make it look like she's never left since the last time you were in here. But she's a little out of breath. It looks like she just sat down seconds before you showed up.
I just look at her and tap my foot and it's like, "I'm here, right?"
Thank you for coming. Please come in. Have a seat. Can I get you a water or anything?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna stand over here.
Sure you don't want to sit down?
I thought this was like a physical or something. Why do I need to sit down?
Well, we'll do the physical, but at the moment I really want to get this psychological baseline established, if you wouldn't mind.
I give her the look.
Yeah. I know.
And are we like in the general med bay area, or are we like in her office inside the med bay?
In the med bay.
Uh-huh.
We can go in my office if you like. That would make you more comfortable.
I give her this look as I walk over, I grab one of the generic physicals charts because I know what they look like.
Yeah.
Because I have a shit ton of medical too. And I start going through and doing the physical myself because she clearly isn't doing her job. So I go over and I go stand on the stupid thing to weigh myself. I
You
look
start
at what the
writing
number
down
is,
your
I
height
write
and
it
your
down.
weight.
Yeah, I
Yep.
do the proper, take my shoes off, do the proper measurement for height, I write that down. I do the resting, like heart rate,
Yeah.
blood pressure, blah 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 blah. Because you can all do all that.
The
I'm just
resting
filling
heart
out the
rate,
basic.
the resting heart rate and blood pressure while you're staring at Lakota.
Yeah, and
Yes.
she's just watching you. She's just, after a moment, she realizes what you're doing, and she's just gonna watch you. And at some point, when you may or may not say something to her, like, "Are you gonna do this?" And she'll just be like, "I'm observing. That's close enough."
I'm at the point where I'm doing the blood draw now.
Yeah,
Because
she's watching.
Yeah.
And she
Because,
even says something to the effect of, "If I'm supervising you do it, it's just as good as me doing it. Because I will stop you if you do something wrong."
Yeah. So I go through the entire nonsense.
You keep your shit
And-
together, and you got a success. You perform a medical evaluation for a basic physical work on yourself successfully, and she will sign off on it.
So I do all the basic shit. I do the blood draw. I put it in a little fridge for her to go do her testing.
Mhm.
I go do the pee sample. I put that in the little cup and put that in the fridge for her to go
She
do her testing.
She
I do
also watches
all
you
of the
pee,
lists.
just so you know.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of how that rolls.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you get over peeing in front of other people after you've been in the military.
You do. Ask me how I know.
Yeah.
Not only did I provide samples, I collected samples. I know how this goes.
Yeah,
The curse of junior NCOs being on cock watch.
Yep. Meat gazer.
Meat gazer, yeah.
Yeah, so
The regulation specifically states I have to watch the urine be evacuated from the body.
Weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
I've seen way too many dicks.
Same, Red, same. And I'm not into that shit at all.
If there was ever a question, it got fucking answered.
Yep. Yep, nope, I am not, because that's not interesting to look at.
Yeah, so she does everything, including filling out the stupid little mental health questionnaires. And she does literally, she picks a random column, like she goes straight down the middle of the questionnaire. She doesn't even read the questions. She just takes the middle section and down the entire questionnaire, both of them. Literally, flip, flip. She doesn't even read which one she did, so she accidentally filled out the Spanish ones.
Worse.
And then she just plops that down, puts it on her desk, and just walks back out.
Oh. We still have to do your mental health as you walk out. She will wait to see if you turn around or not.
Now, I don't slam the door, but I just keep going. Like, I actually, for that matter, I don't even bother closing the door this time.
Yeah, I think the door just closes on its own. And she will, I think the camera lingers in the med bay on her as she takes your clipboard full of your bullshit answers. Where you literally answer
the
C
physical
for
answers were all correct, and if she runs my blood tests, there's probably problems with it.
Oh yeah,
so.
she's going to. But she starts generating her own medical report in the computer, and by the end of the shift, Captain Warren will get a report that effectively reads: physical profile established, waiting test results. Also, she answered all the Spanish questions incorrectly because she didn't read the Spanish questions. She just clicked all the different answers.
No, they're dry sheets. I just literally drew a line down the middle.
Yeah. She also indicated that she was both pregnant and incapable of being pregnant. So I feel like she didn't actually read the questions.
I can't answer that one either.
But yeah, this report gets generated. There is a physical profile established. She's waiting for the blood test to come back. That'll come back at the end of the next shift, just before you guys make it to the surface.
Somewhere in the back of Matt's mind, Lakota, that can be true in a way that you don't want to know. I've
Let me
seen
introduce
some shit.
Let me introduce you to the Ovomorph.
Oh god.
But yeah.
All right.
So, are we ready
Yeah.
to get down to the planet? Is there anything else you guys want to do while you're still in space?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. As you
Yeah.
approach, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm good too.
As you approach orbit, you receive, similar to a previous mission, there is a digital file pinging everybody's email. It is a video of Gaius, recorded specifically for this mission. And it's just him sitting in his little office aboard the Ileana. And it says, Dillon Colony, KOI 784.01. Established by Eldridge Dillon Sanchez in 2059 to take advantage of planet-wide cavern systems that were ideal for mining operations. Terraforming initially failed, but was successful in a subsequent attempt. In 2100, the population was 40,000, mostly mining interests producing gold, titanium, and hematite. The planet is exceedingly hot and steamy, with daily temperatures reading 48 degrees Celsius. Mountainous terrain with ravines and thick jungle reportedly suffers from electromagnetic storms and monsoon rains. Gravity is Earth-like. The day is 20 hours long. That is all for the Dillon Colony. Remember our mission mandate and your responsibilities. Colony Potential Report needs to cover the potential for future mining operations, the status of the atmosphere processor, any scientific research possibilities, and the usual ad hoc opportunities that you may uncover. You also have in the Discord, as I mentioned earlier tonight, you have the handout that I provided that gives you some more information about the colony. You have, let me see, what are my options here?
I can see who the author of the PDF is, and I really have no idea who Jerry is.
I don't know either. I hear he's a bit of an asshole, though.
Yeah.
Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the one I want.
Well, I really like this map, by the way.
The one
It
in the
makes it a
handout?
little easier to understand. Yeah, it makes it easier to understand which is which section.
So we had a couple objectives that were extra in this one here, right?
Somewhat extra, only in that there is, so this colony was, it had an atmosphere processor, so they want to know what the status is, because if you recall, the Ileana shipped out here with like 3 or 4 of them bolted the sides of the ship in a spinal sort of format. So they are looking to know, they need to know that if they want to reestablish a colony here, will it need another atmosphere processor because the first one failed, or something along those lines. So they want to know the status of that. Let me pull that file back up. The future mining operations, that's kind of one of the generic ones that's in your contract. The last two, any scientific research possibilities and the usual ad hoc opportunities, that's also kind of generalized in your contract as far as some real basic generic requirements for any colony you go to. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the short version, as far as your mission requirements or your objectives are, is establishing contact and determining what needs to be done with the people, if anything, based on what's there. The colony long data disks, so you can try to reconstruct the history of what happened here. And then you have, of course, the colony potential report, whether or not you can continue to using this world as a viable colony site or not. Possible future mining operations. As mentioned, 100 years or 80 years ago, they were producing gold, titanium, and hematite. Is that an option at this point? Or has that been depleted? Do we, what do we need to do in order to resume, if possible, mining operations? And then, of course, the generic, like the status of that atmosphere processor. Do we need to drop another one? And then scientific research possibilities, new discoveries, more or less, and then the usual ad hoc. Oh, hey, there's this other thing that we've never experienced before, but it's here on this planet. Let's check it out.
Okay.
The usual ad hoc sort of thing.
Yeah.
That said, let me go ahead and make this map active for you guys. Can you see the map? Yes, you should be able to. Or do I need
There are
drop
no
tokens?
tokens.
Ah, damn it. Okay. So there's Alita. There's Warren. Actually, I probably didn't need to drop both of those. All right, now you guys should be able to see the map, yes? If not,
Yes.
I can do this, and that will be...
I can see.
Let me just go ahead and... Global illumination. I think you should have all that. I'm sorry?
I'm here. I'm just making tea.
Sure. So this is some of the information you have previously in that data packet, part of that handout. You have this this oversight. That section in the bottom left that says the camp. As you're approaching and orbiting the planet, you are picking up signs of life down there. From space, these would be telescopically seeing campfires and things of that nature. But you're not really picking up a lot on the EM spectrum. I shouldn't use that word, because that includes the light spectrum. Electronic signals. You're picking up minimal, if any. There's not a lot of radioactivity going on. Or if there is, it's not making it to orbit very. But it does appear that this is, it's near the former colony site.
This is near the former colony?
I'm sorry?
This is near the former
colony? So you have the ruined colony, which is what used to be here. You see the ruins, and then you see this area that's marked as a camp is a bunch of, I can't remember the geological term. It's when you have these massive plateaus.
Archipelagos?
Sure, we can go with that. Also, I hate you for using archipelago. That took me 2 tries to get it right. But basically, you have that site is a bunch of plateaus near each other with the massive cliff column sort of thing.
Mesas or something.
Mesas, that's it. That's probably a bit more accurate. I'm not good on many geological terms, so I'm gonna fuck that up. But that is what appears to be the site of what is left of any humanity here.
Okay.
There is a faint ping sort of thing going on over here. Yes, the map says crash ship. That's what it looks like for all intents and purposes. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we'd be able to see that from orbit anyways, so.
Yeah, if you're doing like a telescopic search of that particular area, because that was the coordinates of where the colony once was, you'll see a big furrow of dirt and smashed trees and shit like that, and then you'd be like, oh, there's a crashed ship down there.
Yeah.
From orbit, it looks about this big. Through the telescope, when you find it, you can zoom in quite a bit.
I mean, I see the little scale here. It's like a kilometer per square.
Yeah, basically.
It's pretty small.
Yep.
Okay.
What would you like to do, Captain?
Well, so what do we have here in this whole big region? Is this like a city?
Great answer. Or great question, rather.
Is that an airport right over here? Like, is this like a whole fully fledged mining like camp looking thing, or is this like a city camp thing?
So I will give you
this. This is urban warfare.
Yeah. So from orbit, what you see is there's fundamental. I'm reading from the text that I have. So there is little sign of activity from high orbit. On flyby, you can actually see quite a bit as far as the Dylan colony and whatnot. The atmosphere processor is still operating, but there's some electrical flashes and plumes of smoke that say it's not in the best working order. You may want to investigate as time becomes available for that. All around is the colony, but there's a lot of overgrown and what appears to be deserted. Let me rephrase that so I can be more grammatically correct. The colony itself is overgrown and deserted. There are some crumbling ruins throughout the colony site. Jungle spreads in every direction, broken by imposing rocky plateaus. These are about 100 meters high and pretty close to sheer vertical as far as attempting to climb them. The jungle hasn't claimed these mesas, and most are bare except for a few near the deserted colony. Through your telescopic vision and whatnot, you could see that there are 6 plateaus that are connected by rope bridges. And on those 6 plateaus stand some rough buildings and tents and what looks like some campfires and cook fires and things of that nature. When you zoom in, maximum magnification, you see that there are indeed people, a lot of them, running around on these plateaus, and you see a lot of them are looking up to the sky, as though they can see you. For obvious reasons, they can, because you are getting closer and closer to the surface of the planet.
Where's
I
the
imagine you
landing
start
pad?
in like a high orbit, and as you complete each orbit, you come down, 100 kilometers or something each
Visibler.
time, so you get more resolution and whatnot. And eventually,
Yeah.
obviously, at some point, you can just be like, all right, break orbit, we're going to go down and land.
Cool. So where was the original landing pad for this colony? Do we still
Yeah.
see it?
Now, a lot of it's been overgrown again, as I mentioned.
Cool.
What you do know is that there is, so you have, let's see, let me read this. The only easy option to land is within the overgrown ruins of the old town, a few hundred meters from the plateaus. Doing that requires you to not only land amongst the ruins that are overgrown by jungle growth and whatnot, but then to also trek to the mesas and then climbing up the mesas, which from here in orbit, it does not look like that's easy. The other option is there is not enough room to land on one of the occupied plateaus without blowing away the entire settlement, but there is an unoccupied plateau nearby that you could land on. You'd have to climb down and then traverse, climb back up.
Yeah, we could go in like a lifeboat or something.
Hey Matthew, can you drop me and somebody or a second or me plus 1 or 2 people over on the atmospheric processor? Because if I can see electrical arcing from here, we need to go turn that sucker off and then see what's going on.
Yeah, whatever's responsible for atmosphere generally wants to be working properly, so you got that.
I do.
Yeah,
I will point out, just for the sake of clarity.
I remember hearing in a brief that thing's basically just a fusion bomb, isn't it?
Hmm.
This is not bomb. It's atmosphere processing center. Can be bomb if loud overheat. Dublin's is on the deck because I wanted to do somebody with a Russian accent.
Okay, so it's a cold bomb you don't want to have go off. It's still a fucking bomb.
It appears to be working. Yes, smoke coming from smokestack.
Yeah, I don't like the way its readings are, or I don't like the visuals I'm getting on it.
It's kind of like
I would
saying
like
a
to go
heat
fix
pump is a
that.
fridge.
What did you
Yeah,
say?
technically.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
It's kind of like saying a heat pump is a fridge on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dobbins just looks at you and says, I do not know these words you use. Fridge? I know frigid, and I know refrigerator. Refrigerator. No, I'm not saying
Refrigerator?
I'm getting something wrong here.
Okay.
I'm mostly on the bridge to irritate Big Man. Is he irritated? Am I successful?
It's fucking working.
Success! When he says it in Russian. I don't know how true any of that interaction, that last little bit was, but I had to do it just to be annoying.
He like just flips his cape over and just runs off.
Yes.
Now I'm picturing something more Klingon-esque. It's kapla! Cape over shoulder, walk out smartly.
I don't know. I was thinking a Skeletor laugh of.
Yeah! We meet again, friends! For argument's sake, I will say this. You can land here on one of those 2 plateaus. You can land somewhere in, let's say, here looks kind of like an overgrown landing area.
Yeah.
But again, in either case, it requires traversing through the jungle and then up up to the plateaus in the area marked the camp.
Now,
it does look like there is a let's call it an auxiliary landing site around the vicinity of the atmosphere processor. But again, lots and lots of, I almost said jello, lots and lots of jungle. Because I'm watching you eat a jello. I almost said lots and lots of jello. It could be yogurt.
I did not buy jello cups. I bought
no, you were right the first time.
coconut yogurt.
You were right the first time. You did not buy jungle cups.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Look, I gotta tell you right now, I was real mad standing inside the grocery store, remembering that I cannot eat the yogurt with the cream top, and I have to have the non-dairy yogurt.
That's fair.
The yandere?
Please note the almond milk yogurt.
Folks, if we don't meet next
Well
week, it's
done,
because
sir.
Rodance has killed us all.
I'm actually just stalling for time so that I can get some details off the book.
Yeah, Pike is
all right,
looking
all right,
at
all
you
right.
expectantly for orders.
I know. Do we have grasshoppers?
Are we
We've
talking the
got
chocolate mints?
we've got the 6x6s and we've got those 3-seater ATVs.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
Those, I think
Um,
one of the other...
If you want,
Sorry, go ahead.
I can take the science boat down and land at the pad by the Atmo processor.
That is the best option.
Yeah, I don't want to put the big ship by it because if that ship blows up, I'd like to say that the big ship isn't,
Tam is sitting at one of the workstations, and he says, "Who do you want to go with you? Who's good at figuring out how to work a atmospheric processing center?"
I need somebody who knows how to toss a wrench for sure, and then maybe a security person.
Take your sister. It'll stop her from fucking with the coffee pot, for fuck's sake.
I can take Nina, and then I don't know. Out of your 2.5, 3-ish security people, who do you want me to go with, Matt?
You know what? I think Alita should probably go with you.
Okay, it's gonna be the girls' trip then.
Yeah.
Dublin's pokes his head in at girls' trip. He's like, "Girls' trip, disturbing." It leaves again. In truth, he's actually just hanging out outside the bridge just to be an ass.
Just waiting.
I walk out of the bridge and I go start loading up the science vessel, and I grab this motherfucker by the ear and drag him with me, makes him carry boxes for me.
Yeah, he will.
Mm.
He's one of your other mechanics. He's actually kind of disappointed that you didn't pick him. He says as much too. I'm not gonna do a Russian accent.
Hey, I'm not the one who picked my sister, and I give a very big pointing finger at Tam. Tam is mad about the coffee.
He is.
He is. Tam just became a big coffee guy now. Okay.
I'm a big coffee guy.
Let me update my notes actually, because we might be getting a little short for time here. Let's see.
Oh, we're probably not going to be able to like land.
Yeah.
At least we'll have a start of a plan.
Yep. Short party. So let's see. All right. So just to refresh my own memory, Octavia, Nina, and Alita going to the Atmo. Check it out.
Okay, I gotta ask: does Alita or Nita have skills to pilot a ship?
Alita technically has piloting, I think.
Yeah, because she drove at one time, and she does have one die in piloting.
Yeah.
And 4 agility, so there's 5 dice of a chance of not crashing.
Yeah.
There's also Nina. I don't think Nina does. Let me see what she's got. Nina has 1 piloting, but she has 3 agility.
Mm-hmm.
And then just looked at Alita. And Octavia, what do you got in here? I don't think you have any piloting, do you? Yeah, no piloting, but 3 agility. Doblins says nothing about piloting.
Well, look, this is why I made Nina and Finn have full character sheets, because I figured you were going to want to know at some point.
Yeah. Okay. What else? What's next here?
So we need to land. You said that there was this area here.
Yeah, so basically you've got these 2 plateaus that you can land on,
yeah.
But then you have to climb down, traverse over, and climb up. You can also
land. Is this also
sheer
cliff?
I'm sorry?
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
How far away from the Atmo processor does the ship need to be to not be blown up as the Atmo processor goes up like a nuke?
I've seen how big that Atmo processor is. I don't think there's anywhere on this map that'll be safe.
No, this map.
Cool. Then you're not landing the ship on the planet. I would recommend using the other lifeboat.
The relief boat.
I just point that out because realistically, we don't know if that thing is going to go off like a nuke. Therefore, I would not risk the actual main ship down there.
Yeah.
And whoever is going down there needs to be aware that it is a risk. And if you would rather us go down there and turn that sucker off and set it into cold mode before you send anyone else down, I would really consider that. I consider nuclear explosion hazard to kind of rate pretty high, but that's just me.
Mm.
In the risk mitigation world, the threat of nuclear explosion is pretty high in this case.
Especially since it was described as smoke and lightning bolts coming out of it.
Correct.
Generally, that's not a good thing for electronics.
It's obviously, I mean, it's written to be a clear visual indicator that something is not right, TM.
So I would recommend not even considering putting anyone else down. Unless you can litter. But that's up to you, Matt. I was just warning you about the risk of nuclear explosion, as is my responsibility as the science officer. Now I'm going to go load up my ship.
Okay.
Heath just audibly and dramatically yawns.
You get one Passover to do anything with that, and then we're landing, okay?
Dude, use your radio first, please.
What?
You got a radio, don't you?
Yeah.
Call us to see how it's going, because we obviously want it to be fixed in a single pass, but that's like 2 hours, man. It might not get done.
Like 2 hours.
Finn from the pilot's chair says, Cap, we could do an hour orbit, we could do 2 hour orbit, we could do anything in between orbit. You just let me know and I'll set the appropriate apogee and perigee. Actually, no, he doesn't say that. He says apoapsis and periapsis, because this is not Earth.
Yes. All right, fine.
Okay, let me rephrase.
You get a shift, and then
the ISS orbits the entire planet in about 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
at I think it's like 1,600 kilometers altitude. Don't quote me on that. It's quite a bit higher up than I thought it would be.
It is. It does a weird, like, this kind of orbit.
Yeah, it's not entirely circular, but yeah.
No. Surprisingly not circular. Okay, fine. You get a shift. Radio back if there's any problems. Otherwise, we're radioing to see what the updates are.
I was
next
way
on
off
the chopping blocks.
415 by 421 kilometers altitude. So it's actually pretty damn circular.
Oh wow.
6 kilometers difference.
That's
eccentricity is 0.0004676. I know what that means. The closer you get to 0, the more perfect of a circle you have.
Yeah.
We're down to thousands, less than thousands. Anyways, my nerd is showing, so please continue.
Okay. Next on the chopping block is we could land here at the southern part of the ruined colony. Not land there, but since we have the relief boat, we can probably go right to the camp.
No,
but do we need to make contact with them right away?
You still need to drop the pod off.
Finn points out
the pod isn't its own aircraft.
No, I know. We can drop it.
Finn also points out that we have to be very careful about that approach, and it might be better to drop the pod near the camp as opposed to on the camp in case of malfunction or, somebody cocks it up.
Someone over here, then, in other words.
Yes, so maybe but that's also some really dense looking jungle, which means you have a pretty good chance of getting caught in the first or second canopy.
That's a good point. Yes, this is like a really primordial jungle.
Yes,
so we can
jungle.
Drop it
if
here.
You haven't noticed, it's pretty fucking green down there, boss.
It's kind of more like a teal to me.
I know they're not all genetically related, but the Westcott sarcasm is a thing.
Okay, so the way that I'm looking at it is we can set a relief pod down on here, because we can't set it out in the jungle, and we wouldn't want to set it out here because, well, it is just away from the area of operation, right?
Well, I mean, either way, you're going to be a couple of clicks pumping through the jungle, but the other thing is, if you have to go up and down multiple times, you would want to do the fewer number of times.
How tall are these mesas?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Let's see.
Like 50 feet, 100 feet?
At least 100 meters high and very nearly sheer.
Oh, that's a whole lot more than 100 feet.
Yes, that's 300 feet, give or take.
Roughly.
Finn will point out that I would be willing to bet that unless they are completely self-sufficient on top of those mesas somehow, that they have to send people into the jungle to go hunting.
Yeah.
So that leads me to believe that they have some sort of getting up and down system that's at least stairs, if not pulleys.
Like a gondola.
Or perhaps a hot air balloon. And he says that with a very pronounced eye roll. Because you said gondola. He's like, maybe it is a hot air balloon.
It, we don't know. We don't know until we're down there.
Yes. That said, Captain,
right.
Perhaps trying to establish contact before we descend is not a bad idea. Or, barring that being fruitful, on our approach, we may want to let them know, hey, we're on our way. God forbid they shoot at us from an elevated position. And he actually takes a second and looks over at the very clearly once a Marine and says that in a very pointed way, as though perhaps the former Marine should have been pointing that out himself while looking at Pike.
Pike's just
We're
chilling.
not going to go in there and
Pike's just chilling.
We're
not going in there to kill everyone.
That doesn't mean that they're not expecting to kill you, Cap.
Like 100 meters shooting up through the foliage. I can make that shot. A lot of other people aren't going to be able to make that shot until people break canopy.
Yeah, exactly. They have to shoot through foliage and canopy and then through bushes.
Or drop fire.
And
I mean, they can
Have
see
you heard the story
even,
of the Greek fire?
I mean, even dropping stuff is going to be difficult.
We're just like naysaying.
Yeah, Finn is over here absolutely just being the negative answer right now. I want to point out, he's saying these things, and he's got this stupid smirk on his face. He's obviously, in fact, after a minute, he just says, Cap, I'm literally here just to poke holes in your plan to make you come up with a better plan. Fire me, or tell me to shut up, or I'm just going to keep doing it.
Well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Show up and then start blasting on our loudspeaker?
Do you want me to answer that question? You're the captain. Make a decision, boss.
Well, if we're gonna loudspeaker, as you all pointed out, wasn't loud enough past our giant jets last time.
Okay, I'll give you that one. You're right. It wasn't that loud.
No. So that didn't work. We had to land the thing, and then we got attacked by some guy with a hammer.
Well, that guy also, as it turns out, was an asshole.
Which we assume these people are also.
That's a bold-faced assumption, Captain. But you're the captain. I'm just the pilot.
So we got a mesa up here. Like this is a sheer cliff, right?
No, I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. I think that's just some topography or something, because based on where that line leads to, and the fact that this colony looks like it was put on something relatively flat and
it was dug out.
Open. Yeah.
Like probably dug out.
So I'm going to argue that this is probably a minor elevation change that is not insurmountable on foot.
Maybe that's just the line of where they stopped
the
clearing
woods.
and it's jungle again.
Yeah. Yes, but also, that's probably that's probably more accurate. That's where they stopped pushing the jungle back. But obviously, in the last 80 years, the jungle returns.
Okay, so I have I hate this idea, and I want to say it, but it's dumb. Okay,
I've said so much dumb shit tonight.
I know. I just want to say something dumb for like.
I want to be the one that says something dumb. That's all I heard.
All right. Is there an elevation? Real. Is there an elevation?
There is
like
not.
An elevated building.
Are you looking for like any sort of like how to determine elevation, or
is there like any elevated
rooftop that might be able to, like a rooftop that might be able to see over the canopy?
Yeah.
I think we can argue that this semi-square-ish right here might be
a square. Okay.
Yeah, it might be a building that pokes through.
Okay. So
I will say it's difficult to tell from orbit. You won't know 100% for sure until you make your approach.
Like Google Maps, it's really hard to tell. How.
Yeah. And it's like there's areas where it's hard to tell what's concrete and what's jungle, and I know how dumb that sounds, but when the map isn't very well resolved, sometimes it is difficult, and also sometimes the information might be old on a map. I mean, you're looking at it live, obviously, but
Okay, so my plan, which is not to be taken seriously at all right? Pike, get on a building, grab your DMR, fire at them on a side of a building that they have, and write out, "We are here in peace."
Okay, Battlefield 6, calm the fuck down. We are friends, don't shoot. As we shoot into their building from 2,000 meters away.
Like with a good spotter, I can land a 2-kilometer shot, but I'm not spelling anything.
No, because if you think his spelling is bad now.
All right,
Sorry.
fine. All right. The point
I
being,
just imagine that Pike is not very good at spelling as it is, and then you add the difficulty of a 2,000 meter shot.
it's at least 2,000 meters.
At a 2-kilometer shot, I will be happy to hit a person.
Yeah.
Or several, but the point being is not writing something out. I know.
Like if we're landing here, it's a 2-kilometer hump, and unless they're starving to death up there, they got themselves a way up and down. It's that simple.
Yeah, it's yeah. We don't have to really worry about them, and that's kind of my point. My problem is if they're ever scavenging in the ruins, we don't want to run into them and be like, "Oh, hi," and then they're like, "Oh, no," and then I started blasting.
Well, if they shoot, then that's their mistake.
Well, yeah. All right. So our objectives is to get the Atmos machine to figure out if it's going to blow up or not. Long data disk, which is likely in there, and then we got the mining facility up north over here, which is surrounded by a bunch of floating heads.
Those heads gave you vision on the map.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That mining facility, what you can see from orbit, appears to be pretty well overgrown. It only looks like, I want you to imagine an abandoned train hang on, let me think of the right word here. Train yard?
Yeah, so the city I live in.
Sure. I don't know
Yeah.
what it looks like. But yeah. You know, because you got like one or two lines that come in and they fan out into like several separate lines, and then eventually at the far end they meet back together.
Yeah, they do the 8 pattern to like just make a whole yard.
Yeah.
And I got a question for you, Captain.
Yes.
It looks like you've got a lot of stuff you want to investigate. The data disks, if these people are just trying to survive up there, they're not going to be hauling. They're not going to be hauling computer systems up there.
No.
So, if you're dropping off a tech team at the atmospheric processor, and if they've decided it's not going to blow up, then they're still going to need to fix it. That's still going to take them more time. So that's them occupied.
Or shut it off.
Mining facility needs to be evaluated, and he gestures to our prospector and is like, we've got somebody who's got a good idea of what's going to be going on with that.
Yeah.
I gesture to Hamida, and I say, if you give us a video capable PDAT, the two of us can hump it through that jungle faster than anyone else and safer than anyone else. We can bring a video screen for you to talk to the people at the camp. And if it goes tits up, the two of us are going to be the ones who can get out without dragging dead weight with us.
Do you mean Lakota as the diplomat, or do you mean Hamida as the security person?
Hamida, the security.
Hamida listens to what you have to say, but maybe halfway through it, you kind of realize she's not paying attention a lot of what you're saying, and she says, "I'm going with you, period."
Oh.
I will be in the landing party that approaches that camp. Those people could very well be dangerous.
I think the two of us bring a video capable PDAT, and if they're friendly and amenable to talking to you, you can have a remote conversation from the mining facility or wherever it is you guys find the data disks are at.
You're talking about for the captain to have a remote. I was reading something when you were talking about this initially.
Yeah, bring in a video capable PDAT.
So that the captain can talk to everybody, but he can do it from the safety of the ship.
Or wherever it is he wants to be looking at stuff for data disks.
He wants to have his own Zoom call. Got it.
Yeah, it's just a really complicated Zoom call.
Yeah, probably. With guns.
Yeah. And it involves walking through the jungle with a computer or laptop that has the Zoom capability.
Yeah, basically.
And talking to indigenous people.
Sure.
All right. So we have like 4 objectives total. We have the crash ship, which is something we're gonna probably want to investigate. We have the mining facility, we have the atmosphere processor, and then the cap.
I mean, the two of us, we can hump it through the jungle to the crash ship after we go to the camp.
Yeah,
Whether we succeed or fail at the camp, we're going to be leaving anyways.
Okay, so I can put it in my notes and we can start transitioning into closing it up for the night.
Yes.
I've got Octavia, Nina, and Alita going to the atmosphere processor. Who else is going, and where are they going?
I think Amir and Pike's suggestion is that Amir and Pike take a PDAT to the camp. That we do the jungle hump. And if after we do the jungle hump and the captain has had his Zoom call, we can hump to the crash ship because that's down in the foliage as well.
Oh, it's only like a 5 kilometer, 6 kilometer.
And this is nothing for
two
Hamida. Hamida looks at it like 5 clicks. That's nothing.
Yeah, for two special forces cats, yeah, we're fine. And we won't have to drag any dead weight with us, so if things go bad, we can disappear.
Okay, so I have Octavia, Nina, Alita, Atmosphere, Amir, and Pike taking PDAT to go to the camp. So let the captain have a Zoom call, then move to the crash ship. Who else is going and where? Or is that it?
The rest of you getting in a car and driving to the mining facility?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, who's going to the mining facility?
Everyone else.
Well, not everyone else.
The ship.
The ship? Is the ship just going to land there?
Can the ship land near the mining facility?
Can it?
I'm pretty sure that
you can find a spot.
Yeah.
I will argue that somewhere in here or here, the ship will be able to touch down. Looking at your orbital specs of the surface, for whatever reason, the facility's overgrown. This road leading back to the colony is overgrown, but there is a clearing of sorts here, and there's another clearing of sorts here.
Okay. Because
it doesn't look very large. It looks large enough. Finn gives his thumb up approval of, yeah, I can get the ship down in there. Might be a little rough, but I can do it.
So we're landing 3 different places on this thing?
Yeah.
What it sounds like.
Ugh. All right, well, so we'll land here first. We'll land here second. We lift off, go in orbit for a little while, wait for the go-ahead from both of you.
And then land at the mining facility.
Land at the mining facility where we rendezvous after you guys have probably went to the crash ship, and Atmos processor people can get picked up after we get back out from the mining facility, or should we give them a vehicle that they can come back with?
It'd be easy to leave them with the vehicle if you're leaving a pod anyways.
Yeah, okay. And that way they can like get out of Dodge or something at some point.
You probably leave one of the 6x6s with them.
Yeah. Okay.
With who?
It's armored.
With the atmosphere team.
Yeah.
The problem
that's the plan.
I think the problem you're going to see is that a lot of roadways are very easily overgrown.
That's
or look like, let me rephrase. They appear from orbit to look very overgrown, that getting a vehicle up and down some of those roads is questionable at best.
But if we leave them the 6x6, it gives them options and they can use it for material transport. And if they think they can make the drive, or they have to make a drive or get away, they have the option. And if they don't need to, then they just get picked up. I mean, it's not armed, but at least it is
another option, and it's obviously an option you guys can take. It's
armored.
Imagine that jungle overgrown bit is suggested by Finn once again.
Oh,
listen, he's being devil's advocate, but it's a valid point.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's no way we're gonna take a vehicle through the jungle. We don't need one.
No. No matter how Bronco it is.
It's gonna be too big.
Okay, so to reiterate and to make sure I got all the notes in here I need, Octavia, Nina, Alita go to the atmosphere processor, leave a 6x6 with them. Amir and Pike take a PDAT and go to the camps. Let the captain do a Zoom call.
We're taking the science boat because we might need stuff off of it to fix the Atmo processor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Amir and Pike, PDAT, Zoom, then go to the crash ship. And then assuming that the 2 other drops are good, the 3rd drop will be everybody basically at or meeting up at the mining facility to determine whether or not it's okay mining processing or mining operations can resume and what needs to be done, etc., etc. Okay, is that good? Accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds right.
All right. Cool. In that case, let's transition into getting out of here, and that means, of course, experience points. Did you participate? Yes.
Woo.
Did anybody feel like they risked or sacrificed anything to further their personal agendas? I don't think so.
I decided, so there was the point that was brought up. We don't know anything about the people in the camp, and a lot of people we've run into have been like killing each
Standoffish
other
at
or trying to
best.
kill us.
Yeah.
Right? Like we had that murder and then Hammer Dick, like all of that stuff
Dick.
going on.
Sorry, go ahead.
So I suggested a plan that left me I didn't I had suggested making nobody else go to the camp. I'm bringing a PDAT to keep my favorite people away from the camp. If it goes really badly, it's just Amir and I. Our only option is evade or die. I'm not bringing the firepower or the people to be able to do anything except run away or die, really. Because I didn't want my people to take the risk of another
I think
asshole.
because you made it part of your plan today, no. But next session, assuming nothing disrupts this plan, then yes. Does that make sense?
I think I furthered my personal agenda today.
By fucking with our resident doctor psychologist?
Yes, my extreme level of non-compliance to the psychologist.
Okay, what's your goal again?
Escape the pain, and I don't want her to fuck with my plans.
Okay, I will give you that because you are delaying the inevitable in the pain management cycle.
Well, and I'm doing it intentionally. I'm not doing it because I failed my check.
Yeah, you're doing it in the way that I avoid going to the dentist because I don't want to deal with the pain.
She's causing herself problems.
Yep.
Yeah, I very nearly got myself booted off the mission.
Yeah. Which will be addressed when you guys return to the ship, but that's a story for another time. Did you risk your life for your buddy? No.
I'm doing stuff for my buddy, but
you
not
will
risking
be
my life.
perhaps next session, but you are not now.
Mm-hmm.
Did you challenge or stand up to your rival?
Yes.
In what way?
How
did you stand up to the captain?
Yeah, so I was very improperly compliant with what his request was. Is probably the best way of putting that. Is I purposefully undermined his authority by not listening to him and doing his orders properly.
So who gets the point here? I think that goes to like the judge to see like
does Warren have Westcott as his rival?
Yes.
I mean,
so
why
I think it's who.
Why can this not be the same thing?
That they
we both do it.
Yeah, why can't you both get a point?
I don't know. Can we
for
both
mutual
get a point?
fuckery?
Yeah,
I suppose.
I definitely agree. You know what? Absolutely, because you know what? We have passive aggressiveness on one side by saying over the intercom so everybody hears Octavia to the med lab. Octavia to the med lab. And then we have Octavia going to the med lab as directed, but not doing anything that was actually intended for her to be done. Oh, well, that's not true. She did some, just not all. So, yes, you both can take a point for that.
Cup.
She did pee in the cup, and she did draw her own blood.
Yeah, so I'm thoroughly expecting that next session, I'm going to get a lot of problems. I did it to spite Matt, knowing that I'm going to get a shit ton of problems from Lakota next session.
I actually should make a note before I forget.
Yeah.
That there is actually going to be something in your blood work. Absolutely raise eyebrows.
Yeah. There's probably more than one thing, because
well, there's one thing I can think of right off the top of my head. If your body's in some sort of starvation mode, ketones. Ketones.
And I might even have some leftover nonsense from the military, but who knows?
Okay. Panic rolls. I remember 2. I think they were both for Octavia. I think somebody else might have had one. I could be wrong.
I made not a single roll this entire session.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot of that. So Octavia, you definitely get one for a panic roll. I don't think anybody else had one though.
No, not me.
Okay.
I made one observation roll, and then I
Gotcha.
rolled 3 metaphorical dice to figure out something.
Yeah, which is not stress mechanic related. So, did we overcome a dangerous event? I don't think we had any dangerous events. Not yet.
Every day that I don't accidentally, air quotes, murder Lakota is overcoming a dangerous event.
Is it though? Is it though?
I
Significant
was actually
discovery
just gonna
or
say that.
revelation?
No.
I don't think we really had any of those. Not yet.
Not right, anyways.
Any extraordinary actions? I don't think we had any of those. And you guys are just now beginning this mission, so you're not yet getting paid. So that is it for experience points. Feedback and outros. Let's start with Rodance.
Yeah, I think that my character's problems are finally coming home to roost. I don't know.
I think they are too.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13 sessions in, or at session 56 as I have it in my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of funny that it's the 13th session.
Yeah. Well, this was... I mean, one thing, like, this was a very roleplay intensive session. We didn't have a lot of game mechanics to play. But I feel like it was definitely a good one, and it will be interesting to see how these things come back to bite Rodance. And I shouldn't say Rodance, I'm sorry. Come back to bite Octavia on the ass for previous problems and the avoidance of consequences so far. I have one already. Ketones. Anything else?
It's I'm thoroughly kind of expecting there are going to be problems next session with me being on the mission, and Pike is going to have a moment with some people.
Pike never has a moment with people. People have a moment with Pike.
Exactly.
I don't know what that actually means, but I felt like it would be really pertinent to say right then. Luke, what do you got? Feedback, outro, comments? What do you got for us?
I think an urban-ish mission will be kind of fun, except it's mostly in jungle.
Yes, this is going to be entirely jungle.
We're gonna have 3 different teams operating at the same time in 3 totally different environments.
Yes. Split the party? Nah. 3-way split the party. Yes. Assholes.
If we can do more.
Pike did that on the regular.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
All right, Kane, what do you got? Feedback, outro, comments?
I've worked to set up a few different things. I've worked for the next shirtless scene.
Oh, we didn't have a shirtless scene this episode.
No, but I've worked so that we can have
we get 2 next week.
Several.
The sweaty, glistening muscle scenes between Amir and Pike.
Oh God, humping through the jungle. They're both stripped down and to their skivvies for their tops.
Yeah, you know. We're just gonna catachan our way through this jungle.
Oh God. You know, the fucked up part about that is any normal jungle would probably have a significantly large insect population as well. That will all be like, oh, bare flesh right there, so much of it? Yes.
But remember, this is future space 80s. So the bugs don't bite the heroes.
No.
They're just there to look really good in the
So what's going to happen is Pike is going to get eaten alive by these insects, and Amita's going to be like, why does he keep getting all the bugs and not me? Any other outro comments? Anybody?
No, I'm real excited about this. This is going to be really fun. I can't wait for a third of the party to run into 100% of the plot.
That's not at all what happened in the last mission, is it? Hammerman. Oh, shit. He's got a bad attitude. Oh, hey, look, other people. They have an exactly opposing opinion. Was that Rodance?
Yeah, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I mean, the people with the sniper rifle are walking into one place, and then there's going to be people with a gun on the other.
There is at least one former Marine in every group.
There is at least one.
Yep.
In fact, I think the entire ground party is nothing but military, except for
Nina.
Yeah.
Nina.
Because Hamida's, I keep wanting to say Royal Special Forces. I think it's more like Royal.
He's a Royal
Commandos,
Commando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the Three Worlds
But
Empire.
Quintana's not going to be ground military.
The Prospector's going to the mining facility.
Mining facility.
Well, everybody's going to the mining facility, basically. But yeah, I don't think she is. But I think she falls in that a pseudo paramilitary description because of her prospectorness out on the edge of civilization and whatnot. You know, like the Traveler, the Traveler, or excuse me, the
I think
Scout
every
service.
single member of the crew on this ship who has ever professionally carried a weapon would disagree with that assessment.
Yes, I would. And meanwhile, Quintana's like, I'm sort of military too, guys. I'm totally joking. I don't think she would make that argument.
But the mining facility team's probably going to be the captain and the prospector and the spy.
I don't know why you keep thinking he's a spy. He's just a mechanic.
Because he's the UPP guy.
Of course, because he's the UPP guy, that makes him the arbitrary bad guy. Got it.
According to Pike, yes. He is guilty until proven innocent.
Oh yes.
It'll be interesting to see how it turns out.
Pike's
paranoia is going to be an interesting angle to explore many things, I think.
Pike feels like he has a pretty good handle on the people in a room he's supposed to kill and the ones that he's not supposed to kill, and his senses tell him that is somebody he's supposed to kill.
Well, and then the GM looks at the material that was published by Free League and says, I'm changing everything. All right, my friends, that is it for us here tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please consider smashing all the buttons, liking, subscribing, commenting, etc. If you're watching live, you can type into the stream chat, !Discord. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can look in the description below, and there you will find our Discord server invite. Either way, we'll get you the link in order to join our server, where you can come hang out with us, talk to us about whatever it is that we talk about in the world, and also tell us if we're doing a great job or not. That said, let's get out of here. Stay safe out there, my friends. This world is a crazy dark place, so make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. As for me and mine, we are out of here. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.